Late. No, never late. Always the early.
Hi guys. Hey,
Precisely.
don't show cigarettes. Hey everybody.
Don't show cigarettes.
Don't
Yeah.
do drugs, kids.
Don't do only cocaine's allowed.
Only you can prevent forest
Oh,
fires.
we're not allowed to cuss the first 30 seconds of a live video
Oh, got it.
because monetization. And YouTube. Hi everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Divide and Conquer. This is our 5th edition D&D game. Based on the Pathfinder Inner Seas book with the Great Hawk Pantheon, a little bit of Taldor, a little bit of Ravnica thrown in there, and if you guys don't know what that means, then just enjoy the story. I will introduce myself for the 2nd time in a row. Hi guys, I'm the DM, I'm Jesus. That's all you need to know. Does anyone have any announcements about anything at all? No. Okay, cool. Well, that's sad.
My straw is yellow.
Your straw is yellow.
Oh, I do have
Just
an
like
announcement.
What's up?
I just spent $400 on a car battery today.
I need to spend 280 plus labor on getting the 2 tires in the back fixed from whatever. Multi-valores. I don't know how to say that in English.
Yay, spending money.
Yay!
You're spending money and having no more.
Exactly.
No more forgery.
The
We need to give
struggle.
them a shout out because they were super fucking cool dudes at PAX Out. And look at these beautiful, beautiful dice. And he gave me an idea
Yes.
to have the
Not shiny.
I
camera.
actually want
on
to
the
see it.
Oh, yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
actually see
Click
it?
clacks.
Yeah. It's a
Make the
gemstone.
click clack noise.
Make the click clack noise and shiny.
Shiny.
They actually,
My goblin brain.
Is it glow in the dark or no?
No, it has special properties in the light. They just
Okay.
really fucking nice. Look at that. That's stone. Look
It
how
looks,
see through that.
it looks like solid water.
I know.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just don't eat them.
Mine is 2 levels.
Although we should totally order those dice and then give them
He's
a
only
shout
level
out.
2.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
I'm gonna be
Yes.
level 1.
Try this.
All right. Let's introduce the party. Who wants to go first?
Which way?
Sure, yeah. So, hi. I am not Hugh Jackman. My name is Vic.
Oh
A
man!
lot like.
I just look so much like Hugh Jackman. By the way, I'm doing a show in Houston. I'm singing all my show tunes. I'm not Hugh Jackman. I'm Vic. I play the human barbarian West.
I'm Tabatha. I play Oria, the Loxodon Druid.
My name's Coleton. I play Ariell, the human paladin.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah and I play Cowrabao and the elf rogue. I'm my
Sneaky boy.
Leo Kennedy. Huh?
Oh, yeah, and Costa Leon Kennedy.
Cosplay.
Because Resident Evil came out yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, Raccoon City.
Hello, your
Police
name is
Department.
Leon, and
That's I think that's why they didn't pull me over because they saw police department. So.
That's for all mine. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go our little
sorry,
trailer.
there's no
Cowrabao
zombies. I don't want to deal with it.
I will raise Cordelia.
Hey, look, and we're back, and the mic should be hot. Hi. This should be streaming on Facebook, not YouTube. That's the wrong one.
One of those.
One of those.
Social media.
So, hopefully, if you guys are watching it on Facebook, cool. That's the first time we're doing that. The update actually did something instead of just fucking up the audio. It's usually what updates do.
Let's find out. What it's
Yeah. We should have said that, but we are affiliated now, so it means you can subscribe to us. Subscribe it to us if you want to give us money. We won't. We need like 88 subscribers to get like a little bit of money. That's God. 2 things. Hi, I'm not transparent at all. Okay, recapping. Didn't sleep. So last time on Dragon Ball Z, you guys found the village of Febi. Febi.
Nothing's been burned down yet, has it?
Nothing has been burnt down yet. That is very correct.
I wonder why.
You were a little too under the weather for that.
Yeah.
I wonder why it wasn't. Nothing was on.
You guys,
on my
first you guys
to-do list.
ran away from a hill giant that was throwing boulders at you guys, because who wouldn't? You arrived at the town of Febi where Give, the wizard that you previously met at the first session in the war. Or second session, sorry. He's in charge of getting all the, as he calls them, the arcs. This village lost 14 gigantic bulls that were their main source of income. Either food, hide, their manures used, well, for manure, and built a lot of crops. So that was their whole industry, and they've lost them all, and it's been tough on them.
Hey, we should get on Facebook.
Are we on Facebook? Hey, we're on Facebook!
Look at
That's
that.
so cool.
Look at that.
Yeah, go to Twitch. We're on Facebook, but go to Twitch.
Go to Twitch, please.
yeah.
Please.
Per favor. You guys had a small feast. People flirted with PCs. NPCs flirted with PCs. PCs flirted with NPCs. Mixed signals got lost everywhere. You guys,
Sneaky boy.
I think he had a chance.
Sneaky boy being sneaky.
Sneaky boy being sneaky. The village elder named Thomas, who has a limp from one of his legs that's missing. Dima, the 15-year-old half-elf that you were trying to charm, or Stormworm, the...
Wait, someone was flirting with a one-legged elf?
No. That's a different person.
I was like, name to each their own. But...
Yeah, the innkeeper, Udin, the dwarf, and then Terry, the very angry farmer who's just angry all the time. He's a very angry guy.
Very angry guy.
So, in the midst of this, you're experiencing sickness and odd sensations that you really never felt before. You prayed to your god, and it gave you a very in-depth vision of a jackal, in short, a jackal devouring a colorful bird that you recognize to be one of the goddesses, one of the minor gods of beauty.
Mm-hmm.
And you also know that one of the people that works at the farm has that emblem as well, of that goddess. The next morning, you got stuck with babysitting duty. That's what you get for not being here. As the party and Give went out and searched to see what happened to the arcs. And there was 3 different tracks. One was successful, and you guys saw that there was a winter wolf eating now the 5th dead arc. So there should be 9 left if they're all still alive. And that's where we're gonna start. Not ominous at all.
Cool.
So, can I have one of you 3, and then you roll a d20. Whoever just gets higher, because we're split right now. We'll start with that person. Whoever wants to roll me the d20.
What are you gonna do? I'll do it.
Wait,
Just a
everyone?
straight
No.
roll.
Yeah, just straight roll.
16.
16? Okay.
3.
So we're gonna start with you.
Yay!
Okay. And if we're gonna start with you, then we need the Rivertown song. Oh yeah, shout out to Tabletop Audio, my dogs. I mean, I've never met you before, but okay. I will need things
Thanks.
to weigh this down.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not gonna
That
work.
did not work.
All right. Well then, this
Give some weight.
Tequila.
tequila.
There we go.
Don't do drugs, kids. I need to invest in miniatures for the children. I really do. That's gonna be an odd thing to purchase.
Baby Medusa.
Yeah. As a
Babbies. Babbies.
Go Bobby.
the bobbies are here.
Rainbow pigs.
It's they're two bobbies.
Two little babbies.
Two little bobbies. So, all right. Ariell. Too soon from last game. Last campaign. Yeah, the children are fussy, but still there. What do you do? It's the party left really early, like maybe an hour after sunrise. They ate and then they left. You also have your meal there if you wish to eat it, which is just sausages, bacon, and some coffee. The coffee is extremely bitter, like too strong for most good, but the sausage is pretty good, and then toast can never go wrong.
All right.
What do you do?
Well, I guess I will start off by reading, or not really reading, but reciting the history of Palor to the children.
Okay.
I'm going to teach them about the God and Savior Palor.
Okay.
They will be my little disciples.
Okay. What did you tell them exactly?
I'm just going to tell them how fantastic Palor is and why they should worship forever and always.
Mentioning the power of the sun.
Not indoctrination. What are you talking about?
The sun, the healing factors, how
Yeah.
evil the undead.
If you're trying to
Lion
teach them the first
head.
word, Paylor.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, you see the Minotaur goes, hey.
Oh,
So close.
precious.
The Medusa is starting to walk, and then she just
Oh.
lands on her butt.
So cute.
Every now and then, you actually see that the Minotaur, still with one stone hand, goes and like, it kind of startles you a little bit, but he goes and like makes sure that her wrap is wrapped. And a little bit later, after probably 30 minutes or so of you speaking, you kind of got a little bit ahead of yourself. You see that the Minotaur sits on your lap and starts sleeping.
Oh.
Very, very warm.
Aww.
Very warm guy.
So cute.
Yeah.
Oh, fuzzy boy.
Whatever
now I can't get
food
up.
you left over, the Medusa's trying her best to try to grab it.
I'll let her snack a little bit.
And you see that she eats and then gives it to part of her little snakes.
That's cute.
So, Ariell, you feel an odd sensation, let's say. You feel a beat in your chest, a heartbeat, but not your own. Perception.
I don't like the way this is going. Ooh, let's see. 16.
Okay, that's just right. Do you remember the light that you saw from your chest at the end of the first session? You see that as if something cut it and it just falls off. And the next thing that you see is fist up as if you're viewing through someone else. They're bloody, one of hands broken. You hear a crowd chatting and cheering, and you hear the panting exhaustion of someone else as there is a man right in front of them. Bald man, you can tell that he's on Asmir, very built like a lighthouse. And as the person's looking around, a blow goes and just blocks. These arms look very slender, very thin, almost like a kid's. And you see that there's an arena, and there's emeralds and jade ornaments decorating the arena. As this is some sort of brawl or duel. You feel that you know who this is. Then closes her eyes. You feel that person catching their breath, and then the next thing when they open their eyes, in a matter of seconds, each person does 4 blows within a fraction of a second. Elbows and jabs and kicks, and then from that point of view, you just, as you hit the ground, you open your eyes, and Asmir is cheering and shouting. The whole crowd goes wild, and the heartbeat ends. And
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
That is. Well, what's the Medusa doing right now?
Eating.
Still eating?
Yeah, eating bread right now. That was maybe a couple of seconds of a vision.
I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to just meditate / pray
Okay.
on this and why I'm sick, because I don't like that.
Roll me a religion check.
Please do good. Could be worse. 15.
15. All right. You meet the DC to contact their god. Roll me percentiles.
22.
Okay. In your meditation, in your vision, you would see yourself walking in almost like a desert-like area. The sun's not beating hot, but a warmth around you. And there's persistently this jackal behind you, and you feel that the jackal's just not letting you rest, but it's not getting near the sun's heat. And that's your vision for your contact with your god.
All right. Well, do I know if there's a Church of Palor in this town, or is it not?
No, it's literally a village that takes up not even this whole board.
Oh, okay.
And
Probably not.
when you looked at your map, it's not listed on your map that this village exists. You just saw a sign that said there was a town. When you reached the town, it wasn't. It was a village. About 5 days trip is the nearest town where the major gods would be worshipped.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll just, for the time being, put that in the back of my mind and continue reading about Palor and about my past to the Medusa.
Okay. I will. Give you this little bit of information for your character. By the way, that can take hundreds of years to happen, but it can happen. So, we're going to go to you guys.
Okay.
At the current moment, can I have your minis? And Gib is right there. If I can find his miniature. Oh, no.
Oh, where is this mini?
Oh, that is concerning, because I just pulled him out. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. But I should draw the board. You guys currently are on the top of a hill, and about maybe 70 feet or so downward. I'm just gonna use this as the distance isn't there, just to represent what is happening. The full-blown arc on the ground as the winter wolf is eating it right now. But again, this is more like 70 feet.
How
Are
high
you
are
guys?
we?
Huh?
How high are we?
You guys? The top of the hill is maybe like a 20-foot drop. But it's not like a straight drop. You can easily go around.
Okay.
It's. Are you guys trying to be stealthy? Trying to be hidden from the wolf, or do you not care if it sees your presence? Because if you are trying to be stealthy, then roll me a stealth check. If not, then what are you guys doing?
From where we're at, aside from seeing the winter wolf in the distance, are there any other animals that I can see around?
Roll me perception. There it is. He was under a house.
Oh, he was hiding.
He was hiding. He was sleepy.
I'm just gonna take a little
No,
nap.
that was 6.
6. Roll me a nature check.
That was an 8.
Okay. Well, so you don't see anything. You don't see a bird. You don't see anything. From your conversations with Gabe is someone else. Yeah. From your conversations with Gabe, the little cowboy wizard, he did mention that a lot of, let's say, prey animals gather really closer to the arcs just because they are arbor birds, but they're like the alphas. So like nobody messes with that animal. So birds will come by, hence all the different scarecrows that are throughout the farm. You don't see that. You don't even see like Arctic foxes. You don't see anything scavenging. I mean, there is a winter wolf there, so that might be worried, but not even a vulture. Nothing. So that's also odd for you to see. But okay, so that would be a 19. What is your passive stealth? What's your stealth?
6.
6. Okay. And I'm sure y'all's are not.
I don't have to.
Okay. Yeah. So it rolled a 19. You see that Gabe gets really close to the ground and kind of like moves a little bit of earth, just a little gravel. The wolf looks up and then just sprints off. Just goes as fast as it can.
Expected.
What do you guys do?
I kind of want to survey the land. It was like what else is around. Like I know he sprinted away. He's scared or something, but maybe he's trying to be, call the other wolves. It's like, hey,
if that's what you're trying to decide, yeah, roll me a nature check then. If that's what you're trying to decide.
I would want to go down and inspect the RX to see if, like, maybe if it was the wolf that killed it or if it was already dead when it found it.
yeah. It was a 6.
6 on nature?
Yeah.
What do you think? There were stones here. And one. That was just my bad for not drawing it.
Are they?
Illusion is shattered.
Are we
Oh,
inside?
God. One of the stones was frozen.
Are we inside like forest area where there's trees and
This
stuff?
it's more plains than forest. So there will be a tree here and there, but they're just dead trees because it's still not heavy as snow, but there is still like half an inch of snow around. It's not just like winter wonderland. It's patches here and there. Definitely much hotter here.
Because that's what I kind of want to do is just stay above ground, above the trees, and just kind of pay attention what they're doing at the same time, kind of surveying.
Okay.
If there's gonna be a.
So you want to stay up there? Okay.
Either up the hill or maybe get closer if there's a tree around.
Within 70 feet there'll be a tree.
Okay.
It won't be much cover, but there will be a tree.
No, it's not really about cover. It's just more
High ground?
The high ground.
Okay, yeah. You
Pay
find
attention.
something that's here. Let's just use this something sturdy enough that you can like be on top of, but not necessarily break branches or anything. Gabe will follow west downward. Or you can stay up at the hill, or you can go down.
I too am gonna go down.
Okay, all right. As you guys are going down, roll me perception check.
Me too.
Yeah. Let's see if you notice
16.
something. Okay, yeah, for sure.
14.
14.
Okay, yeah. So looking at the arc, you see that one of its horns is definitely broken off and like almost embedded into the snow. You see that horn frozen as well.
Like completely frozen?
Yeah, like completely frozen solid. And
It's not
broken
frozen
off.
because of the ice, but it's frozen.
Yeah, it's magically frozen for
Okay.
sure. And behind Big Boy Arc, you see a still large creature, but smaller. It's a juvenile, but it's about the size of a full-grown cow. Just directly behind it. And as you guys move, it looks like it's using the corpse to like make sure it's not
it's
sick.
alive.
So it's alive.
Yeah, so like this one's dead, but there's one.
There's a baby.
Yeah, there's a
Oh boy.
baby behind it. But again, the size of a cow.
Okay.
I'm going to try to use doing speaking with animals.
Oh, okay. So, cast your spell, and you can communicate with it to its intelligence, which is actually quite smarter than the average cow. As you cast the spell, you see that Gabe looks at you. It's a nice little trick you got there.
Well, I am a druid after all.
Sometimes I wish that Mother Nature would also bless me, but stick to my books. Yeah, see if she frightened of us.
Well, Oria kind of going up very like cautiously to the baby, just saying like, you know, not here to hurt you. Just trying to get an idea of what happened here. I know, I get it's a baby, but
yeah, in the best of this animal's ability, it would say the white dog's attacked. Are you friend?
I'm friend.
It looks not trusting, but so easily you can see from this just the massive size of the mother, it cannot escape the boulders that retract it, but the little one can.
Okay.
And it steps to you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and then takes a couple steps back.
Mm-hmm.
He got closer to us, but
Yeah,
again,
yeah. You see that Gabe's like rummaging through his pouch, and then his rat jumps out of some pocket and starts scratching like on one of his on his boot. There'd be some sort of small little compartment. He starts scratching there, and he gets this little tiny glass vial. Hands it to you. It's honey.
Mm-hmm.
They like honey.
Okay.
She seems to make you as a friend,
Okay.
and there is a smile on him that's kiddish.
Mm-hmm.
He's very happy right now, for sure. But yeah, he has a little small vial of honey.
So yeah, Oria will go up to the baby with the honey and offering it to the
It
cow.
very quickly goes. In seconds, your hand is slobbered, and the vial disappears.
Oh, she's food motivated.
But yeah, it's a good smell for sure.
Lovely. Doesn't bother me.
Okay.
But yeah. Well, Oria looking back to the rest of the party, like, well, I think best thing would be to get the calf back to
Yeah. Let's go on a single file line. It feels safer that way.
Okay.
If you guys don't mind.
do we have
Yeah,
to?
sure, why not?
What's that word? Tether the cow, or is it just gonna follow?
It's
us?
following you very closely now.
Okay.
So I'm guessing you should lead then. Maybe.
Yeah. Do you know your way back to town from here? It's not hard. Yeah, it's not.
Okay. Yeah, I have a distinct idea of which way we're going. So.
Alright. Hey, sneaky friend, you mind being in the rear just in case anything tries to sneak up on behind us?
Sure.
Okay, appreciate it. And you see the rabbit like goes off into the distance, slightly disappears, and then just comes back, and he nods, and then just keeps doing that for a little bit. With the speed,
recon
yeah.
rabbit.
With the speed of the cow, it would probably take him close to an hour to get back.
Okay.
Every now and then would need a little bit of encouragement to just keep following.
Which I could easily get.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys get back to town. Ariell, you definitely hear the chatter and giddiness of the town to finally see the second bull back in the area. If you guys don't mind grabbing your characters and your dice and whatnots, I'm going to take a little trip to Townland.
Hey everyone, we found your cow.
Oh, thanks!
A cow.
I mean, we got our
One
cow, but we found your cow.
I appreciate it.
Oh, here, I didn't know what you wanted
Aw,
to do.
Terry, I think you're cracking a smile.
No.
I love that Terry. Great guy.
Classic Terry.
Classic, we met him a day ago, Terry. As there is the village. Since you weren't here last time, Coleton,
Yes.
there's not a half one there.
Yeah, but everybody's.
We'll just put you guys here-ish. Yeah, all of you
Just
guys.
dunk everybody.
All you guys is
The ground is so soft.
so in the town. There's 3 trees, a little water well. There's the inn that only has 3 rooms. One was forgiven, and 2 of the rooms you guys occupied. The village leader, the half elf, Terry, the dwarf has his own room here. Here's the farmhand, she lives up there, and this is the pin for the bulls in the area that got broken through. So as you guys are coming in, do you want to be near the pin area, or do you care?
I'm gonna have Oria go over by the pin area because I do have a question for Gabe.
Okay. Half up front. Who's not there right now? Here is Miss Stone. The dwarf is in his bar. He does not come out. And very surely but slowly, Thomas comes out.
Aw, good old Thomas.
Good old Thomas. You said you were going to be with Gabe, right?
I did have one question I wanted to ask him. The larger bull that was currently in the pen, it was the question I meant to ask last time. I forgot. Was this one that you found out and about in the, like, running around in the, or was it still in the pen?
Nah, this one I found by itself. Before the Hill Giant was throwing them boulders at it.
Okay.
Using that small tactic for someone its size.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
But this bull was one of the ones that was in the pin when it was just okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want to attempt to try talking with that bull.
Okay. Sure. For sake of it, let's just say the spell can linger on. I'm sure concentration and you are not being harmed at all. Yeah, what do you wish to say?
I want to get an idea from it exactly what happened the night, how the fence got broken, and if it can describe to me what broke the fence.
One of the small yous broke it and then lured us with food, tasty food.
Small me's.
Yeah, and then kind of brushes over and throws some hay over to the young lady over here. one of the ewes and throws more hay over at her. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And just kind of puts the hay back. Very good food, small, round, red food. And then the white dogs came. And we protected the young and lost contact with family.
Okay. When you mean by small ewes, is it anyone around here? Anyone who takes care of you?
New one.
New one. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm glad that you're safe. I'm glad we were able to find this cow. That's a part of your family.
It kind of like very. It blows on you, a lot of heat, and then kind of just rubs its horn on you. And then just retreats back and starts eating hay. Miss Stoneworm goes over. Are you just talking to the cow?
It's something I picked up along the way.
Okay.
Not even
Well,
question.
Starts talking.
She
to
just
Cal
goes
too.
back and you see that she goes, looks behind and starts trying to whisper to the small cow. And you can hear me, right? Move once. Shit. But you hear this commotion as well if you want to head down Ariell.
Is the Minotaur awake yet?
By this time, yeah.
Okay.
I'll say that he's awake. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna just kind of take them both by the hands, like one in each hand. I'm gonna be like, come on, let's go see our friends. And I'm gonna walk out the building and go find them.
Okay. As soon as you're stepping down, the dwarf looks at you. What the fuck's that?
Huh?
Grabs its ale, drinks.
These
They're not. They never saw the baby.
We snuck them in.
We snuck them in.
We snuck the babies in.
Look, I was okay with the bigger, nice lady. Get the fuck out of here. And starts
I
drinking.
just kind of nod and then walk out.
Gonna see your miniature place.
This
This is what happens when you miss a session.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Ariell walk out with the kids. Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, no,
What the fuck are you doing?
The kids. And
Get him in. No.
You see that the Medusa
I'm like so
is-
confused. I'm like looking
is
back at the
grabbing
building.
her
Like, should I go
hands
back
and like
there?
picking up her legs and kicking. The the village leader Thomas comes at. Okay.
Oh no!
Give him a heart attack.
Sneaky boy to the rescue. I'm gonna go sneak
Don't
in
worry,
and-
these
and then
are-
wrap.
Our children, they're under our
I'm
protection.
not even joking. That's what I'm gonna do. Sneaky
They're
boy
your
and then just
children.
wrap.
Your
More
mother
or
must be
less.
very beautiful. And keeps walking.
I'm just like, I try to like say something like,
Looks
it's
at
not,
you. Looks at you, West. And then keeps walking.
Nice day, Thomas. You're looking really peppy.
I wish.
You
And
polished
eventually
that leg today.
he makes his way to the small cow. Yeah, Sneaky Boy and Wes are definitely there. Do you wish to also be part of this conversation? Or
I feel like Oria's just gonna look back, see all this, and it's like, ah, God.
What can I
What's
say?
that? Can I so I wasn't successful on trying to wrap them real fast.
you do. You see that the Terry up here just looks at you.
So Terry did it.
Hey, Terry. How you doing? Nice talking to you.
I think my main goal before I leave this place is to make him smile at least.
By Paylor, he will do it.
By Paylor. Be praying to Paylor. What does Terry like?
The end semi-surprise.
Oh god.
More ale.
More ale.
Clickbait.
Oh god.
So what do you guys want to do? Now that the babies are successfully wrapped, but still slightly noisy.
Is there a tailor in this town? Someone who could make something, clothing?
You haven't asked?
I will ask
Never
someone.
asked.
Who do you want to ask?
I will ask the barkeep.
Okay.
Without going back in with the kids, I'll leave the kids in their capable hands.
He looks.
But I don't want to. You keep holding that. I'll go ask the barkeep.
Yeah, I don't think he likes you very much.
Okay.
Like you hold on to the baby as well. Count and checks.
Yeah, Cal, you're charismatic.
As I go in, hello baby, hello Cow Junior. You know,
Go into the barn.
and then go in the bar and basically do what he said. Just I asked the barkeep, you know, like, hey, is there anybody who can tailor some clothes or sell some clothes or anything like that?
To be honest, I think Dima's pretty good at sewing. She has a fine stitch. And then he kind of goes over. I was gonna say he had a clock, but he doesn't. And like pulled out this okay blanket.
Okay, like
Yeah,
it's like, huh?
it's like slightly mismatched, and the thread are definitely different colors.
Oh, she tried.
There are all a shade of black, but different blacks.
Gosh.
It's something.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, thanks for the help. And I guess I just walk back out.
He looks. Yeah. What else are you guys doing? Oh, you want to get some bonsai?
Bonsai. No, I just walk out.
I mean, if you want, yeah, go pour your ale. He's getting a tab ready.
Yeah, you should definitely check with that girl. I think she's a good tailor.
But I thought it was her. Wait, who's the one who?
Yeah,
Diva,
who is-
Oh,
Diva.
okay.
the half elf lady.
It's like, oh.
The half elf lady.
So yeah, I go like, it's that one girl over there. I point at the cottage and then walk towards Terry.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
I'm all shy.
Fine, I'll go talk to her.
I guess you can see me all blush.
No.
Who has the kids now? I still have them?
You still
Yeah, unless
You
someone
still have the
decides
beat.
otherwise, yeah.
I'm like, hey, what's up, Terry? Is
Alright.
it everything
I'll
safe?
take the kids from you. You go talk to Dima.
Thank you.
Oh, I should have gotten some ale for Terry.
Aw, damn it.
I let her take care of the kiddos, and I'm going to talk to the
Half elf.
elf.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Very small room, just bed, a small little chest in front, a makeshift kitchen, and then just a drawer at the end. She opens the door. Yeah.
Good day. I was informed that you are a seamstress.
I can make clothes, yeah. What do you need?
Would you be able to perhaps make clothing for 2 small kids?
Yeah. Do you have material?
I do not.
But
But perhaps I can leave that in your hands, and I just pull out a gold piece, and I kind of hand it out to her.
I wish I could magically just make material come out of a gold piece, but I can't. She looks over.
She didn't get it. Okay.
Go. Just give me some blankets from the inn.
Okay.
How big are the kids?
I just
I
kind of
didn't see
motion
That's not a kid.
their height.
It looks like a young child. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Very young.
Okay.
Okay, sorry to bother you. And I turn around and walk back to the end really fast.
Wes, you definitely see her look out.
I'm supposed to be charismatic. What is happening to me today? I swear, being sick is not fun.
It's like I'm looking at.
Oh, rivalry.
She does eye you a little bit.
Still weirded out.
Oria just watching this. Oria just
Watch
in the
little
back watching this entire dumpster fire go down and just looks to
Well, there's the fire.
There's your fire for the day.
looks at Thomas just like, how are you doing today?
I feel okay. How long are you guys gonna stay here?
Hopefully not too much longer.
Not much longer.
Okay.
We were
I appreciate all the help. I really do.
we did happen to locate a calf.
I know. I thank you for that.
It's right in front of him. Shut up. Look, just because I'm a giant elephant person does not mean that I'm.
Your perception says otherwise.
He kind of goes over to her. Roll me perception. Speaking of perception.
16.
Okay. You hear that they're having a slight conversation of food storage and how much is left. They both don't look very pleased, and then he just starts walking back. Says thank you as he does leave.
You did mention something about his staff before, right? His walking staff.
He has a walking stick, yeah.
Yes.
It has vines that mimic a lot of the writings and like architecture and decor that a lot of tomes of Owen High would have.
So as he's walking by, Ariell will even ask him in passing, do you worship Obatai?
I worship nature, yes. Nature provides and nature takes away sometimes. Balance. And he continues. He'll eventually make his way to his house. No one wants to
Eventually.
follow him. Eventually. It might take him a bit, but he'll get there. Terry's looking at you. So, yeah, got plenty of years. What's that about?
I'm an elf. It's not obvious.
I know, it'll make Terry smile.
Okay.
Yes.
You gonna stay there all day?
Well, I was gonna ask you if you need anything from the inn.
No.
Bar. Drink?
No.
Budget?
What?
Bonsai.
The DM smiles, not Terry.
Like, damn it, you made me smile before me.
As always.
I don't speak no elf.
It's not elvish. It's just by saying of drink, ale,
Bangzai.
bonsai,
Boomzai.
bonsai.
Bongzai.
Do you want any or not?
I'm okay.
Find it.
Thank you.
Ask him what his favorite color is.
You hear gray as you're walking away.
Gray.
Yeah, you just hear the word gray.
He learns.
We're making
Take notes.
Likes gray. Does not like us.
Is that gray with an E or gray with an A?
Likes gray, doesn't know how to say bonsai.
Is there anything specific that you guys want to do for the next couple hours?
Are there any blankets in the tavern that look like they might be turned into some decent clothes for kids?
There's some very thin blankets that were on the beds. And pillowcase also is kind of thin.
The pillowcase might fit.
I do want to go to West and help him with the children.
Okay.
And just kind of look at the babies and go, are y'all okay? Are y'all hungry?
They don't really understand
So
what you're saying.
I was gonna
but-
totally blow Cow Junior's mind here. I was gonna take him over to see the other cows.
You want the bigger cows?
He definitely rushes as fast as he can to the biggest cow.
Oh God, no! What have you done?
And well, it's a bull. He starts sniffing at it. It looks like they're both angry at each other, and then eventually they just start nudging each other and then ignoring each other.
Oh, he's bonding.
You see,
I'm gonna follow. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow the Cow Junior.
Gotcha.
I guess that's gonna stick. Just maintaining my distance in case something happens with the big cow.
You see Miss Stone goes over to you. Can I propose? What is that?
Well, there's a child. Of a
Well, they're
sort.
wrapped. Aren't they wrapped? Both of them.
They were kind of like.
I mean, he'd have to be like a ghost to not notice that he's not a human.
Yeah. She looks slightly concerned and then walks away.
Nice talk.
Man, we're really
You,
popular here.
You brought in a Minotaur and a Medusa into a small village of 5.
You read any good books lately? Expand that vernacular of yours.
My vernacular in diction is quite proficient.
Sorry.
I'm going to grab, during this whole exchange, I'm grabbing the pillowcase and one of the blankets, walking downstairs with it, and if the barkeep looks at me, I'm going to say, I'm taking these. And I'm going to drop 10 silver on the counter for him.
Yeah, whatever you want to take, it's fine with me.
Thought so.
Yeah, Dima is like, I should have this done by the end of the day. Just give me a couple hours.
Thank you.
Shouldn't be too hard.
We should probably convene and discuss about finding the other cows then.
This
That's
whole
an issue.
time, Gabe was definitely just petting the small cow and kind of like more than what she would be doing, making sure they're okay.
Okay.
You can tell that he's definitely had experience with these animals, for sure.
I'll try to pet the big boy.
The big boy? Want me to handle the animal?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hello. Oh, nope.
Oh
This
no.
Rolls 1. He
Wait,
grabs you to
handle what?
Handle animal.
Animal
Okay.
handling.
Yeah, words.
10.
Have you ever pet a bull before? Yeah.
A bull? No. A cow? Yes.
The first thing you notice is very weird. Its horns are very warm.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you just pet it.
Little
It doesn't really
muzzle
move.
scratch.
Hello, buddy.
I want to have Oria go up to, I can't remember her name.
Miss Stone.
Yeah, Miss Stone, sorry. And
Oh God.
ask her about the necklace that she adorns.
Oh yes, it's the patron that I like. She represents beauty. I think I'm quite beautiful. The world is beautiful. Looks over at the Minotaur and then at the Medusa. Yeah, beautiful.
You hear a bit of sarcasm there?
Insight
why-
check.
Bullshit!
You bitch!
Why do you ask?
Just out of curiosity.
Okay. You're the first one to know what this means, other than obviously Thomas. I didn't always live in the far. Grew up in the city.
What kind of city? As I stand 10 feet away.
A gargantuous city. A big one. That way.
Got it.
Yeah,
We need to
lost
go there eventually.
mother and father, and
Oh.
Thomas kind of helped me. So I helped him back, and eventually moved into the farm.
Good for them.
We had cabbage and some lettuce.
Like,
Cabbage?
cabbage farmer?
Okay, there's cabbage, lettuce, and corn being grown over there.
Okay.
Pointy elven ear. At the sound of cabbage.
Cabbage?
Would you see it's one of the smallest crops you've ever seen. 10 by like 20 feet, no, 40 feet. Small, very small. Barely enough for them to have food. For sure.
Okay.
I've never seen anyone like you before. Even in the big city.
We're very rare.
You're very nice.
Thank you. I'm gonna have Oria kind of start walking back a little bit and you know, gesturing kind of over towards the Minotaur and the Medusa. There's always kind of a balance with nature. Even though they don't, I guess, look nice. There's a reason for them being here. Same with me.
She smiles a little bit. I didn't say anything, but you can see that she took that to heart.
Okay.
For the record, I'm swinging the Medusa.
I'm going like this to the Minotaur.
Gabe would be
Cow, dude.
outside the pit of smoke right now. He definitely set as far away as he could from the child to smoke. Not that he would care, really. But excuse me.
Give it a 3.
Anything else that you guys wish to do?
Is the Minotaur strong enough to carry me?
No.
It's a
not
baby.
Right. It's a baby. It's about 1 year old.
Cow, if you wanted a piggyback, you could have just asked.
I wanted to have a stampede.
Oh.
Charge!
Come here, come on, let's go.
I did want to have Oria go over to the crops,
Okay.
and I feel like I'm exhausting this.
Nonsense.
Sure, what did you get?
16.
Okay, you can contact your god roll percentile.
Come on.
That's a 33. Basically, it was a prayer to make sure that this village could prosper.
Okay. When you go close to the crops, and you just kind of inspect the corn, you inspect the lettuce. It looks like not that it's unusual for like a bug to be here, but a lot of the food looks eaten into. Again, you're reminded that the cattle was a huge part of like the ecosystem here. In addition to that, like the last piece of vegetable that you touch was sharp to the touch. Not anything bleeding or anything like that, just like unnaturally, just like, what was that? Like a shock. You don't feel that everything's okay. And in that, you hear the of a horse. Kind of barging in. Oh, I have a horse mini. I need to get it out. And on the horse, very fine, brown steed of a light horse. Oh look, he's brown.
Oh,
The saddle looks thick of leather, and there's definitely a heavy pouch on the side of it. And there seems to be an elven man. With this braided hair, almost the same. His is a little bit more detailed than the braid that's on the horse. And you see Terry sigh, and he goes in. And these are kind of blocking a lot of the way, but you can see through some pillars that he's going definitely to Thomas's house. The elf kind of gets off of the horse, says something. We see the horse just stops and he just doesn't knock, just opens the door and barges into Thomas's house. Anything you guys want to do?
I guess I'm gonna just walk over here, kind of like on the side of the house, and I'm just gonna see if I can hear anything.
Yeah, 100%.
Ooh, that's a solid 9.
You don't really hear anything, but every time you try to peek through, naturally making it look like you're just there, not spying or anything. Roll me insight to see if you can read the body language.
12.
Thomas looks sad, for sure. Almost maybe afraid. The elven man keeps walking around him. You feel that he maybe he's intimidating, maybe he's being a jerk, maybe he's showing dominance. But eventually the elven man just kind of crosses his hands. Thomas goes into the room that's closest to the window where you are, and you kind of duck away. You hear the coin, and then the drawer slam. And to not be seen or anything, you kind of just wait. And then the door opens from the outside. The elven man gets on the horse. It's not up to me. Just letting you know, it's not enough. And starts marching away.
What does the elf look like?
He has very fine clothing, blues and whites. Slightly dirty at like the boots and the bottom part of the cloak, but he looks high class for sure. You even see Ariell, you see there's a couple of like bottles of wine also like attached to him, and like small little crates on the back of the horse that are fairly big. You know, these are just food transportation. And he just starts walking away. Another thing that you do notice is the horse also does not look like he's been taken care of. He just looks presentable.
Nice one of those guys.
I am gonna let him go, but I am gonna go talk to Thomas.
Okay.
Good thing Oria was nowhere nearby.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually, those would have been some words and a very one-sided fight.
Oh, boy. Yeah. And,
Common or elf, druid. The door is, he didn't even close it all the way. It's so ajar.
I'm just gonna kind of go up and on the door frame just.
I don't have any more. That's it.
And I'm just gonna kind of open up so he sees it's not him.
And you see that like he tries like
I couldn't help but over here. Is everything all right?
Taxes are a little higher than usual. We ever since the cow left, we have no money.
This is the cow that's still alive, right? What are we looking for?
The cows. They had 14 of them.
14?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have found 5 dead now,
Okay.
and 2 have returned.
So there's still 7 left.
They're asking for 75 this time. It's 5 more than last time, which was 5 more than the time before that.
That was gold, right?
was 25. And 20 of those were from your friends.
And I just kind of let out a little bit of a sigh, and I just say, we'll do what we can to find the rest of your cows. And I'm going to hand him 5 gold pieces.
I really can't.
Take it, please.
You see that he goes to a very small chest and kind of puts it in there. And there's a key that could lock it, he doesn't even bother.
Alright, I'm going to turn around to leave, and as I do, I say, may the light of Palor shine upon you. And I'm going to leave and find the rest of my party. Because we gotta go find some cows.
We're just funneling all our money into this village.
I know.
I mean, yeah, so
I'm
far
gonna-
it's been...
I swear to God, if I'm 5 gold short from buying an item that I want, I'm gonna be so upset.
Oh, we got some comments.
Oh, hi! I can't... Someone has the chat. What is...
What's the chat say?
Hello, fellow.
Hi, people.
Hi.
Hi, hi,
How do
hi, hi.
you guys keep straight faces when role playing?
What?
Straight faces.
We don't know what that means.
We are
I ain't drinking.
we are actors.
Of the
We're all professional. No. So, with that, what do you guys want to do?
A lot of cheek biting. Well, I'm probably I see Ariell coming out to our area, so we'll collect the children and we'll see what you want.
Yes. And I will tell them what I heard
Okay.
and say we need to find the rest of these cows.
When you see that, Gabe close his book. As the whole time was just rereading his arcanic notes. You want to put them babies up? Want to go on a little trip?
Wanna what?
Put the babies up, go on a little trip.
I just nod. Because I'm ready to go.
Okay. Does anyone want to do anything specifically before you go out?
I'm gonna shout over at Oria. Hey Oria, we're leaving.
Yeah, she'll group up with everybody else too.
About now, it's closer to noon. Since you guys got up really early.
Okay.
As you guys are getting your materials, Gabe hands everyone just a piece of bread.
Thank you.
Just energy.
What kind of you?
The babies are put up in their room. Make sure it's locked.
Is anyone
You see
watching
the
them?
dwarf kind of just like...
Who's watching the babies?
Who is
What?
watching the babies?
The dwarf just makes sure that the room is locked and then he leaves.
I just look
Yeah.
around at y'all and I just go,
No. I'm not okay with that. Like they're babies. They need to be supervised.
where's our carriage?
We're taking the carriage.
If you want to,
Who's
yeah.
gonna pull it?
There's definitely enough room. In there. An hour later. Fine.
1 hour later. Ah,
You can try it.
Trixie.
You can try it. I mean,
I am gonna have Oria relate to the rest of the party about the one thing that she learned from the one cow. Well, it wasn't, it wasn't an animal.
Sweet baby.
Someone lured him out. Someone
It's
that they didn't
Trixie.
recognize. Someone
Trixie.
lured him out with apples.
While they're
Or
talking, I'm
something.
just over here with Trixie. Like,
interesting.
They're
And to
really
me-
moved out by
Sounds like
apples and such
sabotage,
that,
but
right?
that's just me.
Wait, what? Sound like what?
Sabotage, but
Wait,
that's just me.
Who's that? Do we have a horse camel thing?
Oh, did
Well,
That's Trixie.
Trixie.
Oh, Trixie!
It's a
did he?
giant
Yay.
elk right now.
Did you tell the rest of the party what happened to the over there with Thomas too, right? With the taxes and
Mhm.
stuff. So that's why you were saying it's like the sabotage.
Well, yeah, after, speaking with the cow and finding out that, there was someone lured them out.
Do you say all this in front of Gabe? Or is it
Yes.
just amongst the party?
I will say it amongst it too.
Just to know if he knows as well.
Mhm.
Alright.
So I guess everybody's in the carriage,
including the babies. Yes.
Not leaving them locked in a room
Heading out.
alone. That is irresponsible
I would not
parenting.
like to babysit again.
Look at you.
Well, y'all
What?
have all the fun.
Okay.
It's
about them.
no, I don't. I'm just saying it's responsible parenting. Where
You
in
care
charge-
about him? No, I don't.
Shut up.
First of all,
If
It doesn't sit right with me to leave two defenseless babies alone in a room together. That's just chaos.
I'm still right on the roof.
okay, whoever
I'm a surveyor.
is, Gabe will stick to the back, just with the bunny, and then the bunny play with the babies, and so eventually they will pass out. Who
Like
is
the back, like
driving?
inside.
Okay. And then are you guys just in the middle?
I'll be inside the carriage
Okay.
with the babies.
Okay.
Reading to them again.
For sure.
Singing little songs
They
about
must
Halo.
learn my language.
If that's the case, then I need you to roll me survival check. See if you can track down that thing. 12. Okay.
okay.
How about me? I'm on the roof for a reason.
Sure. I'll be okay with that. Yeah,
Wait,
roll me
doing what?
survival.
Wait, why are we rolling survival anyway?
Survival
Tracking.
to track down.
Oh.
What you can
Come
track
on,
down.
sneaky boy. Track him.
I can't sneak anything. 11.
11.
I'm not a tracker. I'm a sneaky. Sneaky boy. Not a tracker.
One thing that strikes you as very odd. You eventually go back to the path where the rocks where we first encountered the winter wolf that just bolted. There's not a single track of the wolf at all.
Wait,
You see the tracks of
is there snow? Maybe snow fell?
there's snow. Yes, you see the hoof marks of the cattle, but not the wolf at all.
It's kind of strange how it was eating the one, but it left the baby alive too. Like it didn't even notice it.
In normal circumstances, they would most likely go after the young one first because they're more vulnerable.
Well, onward.
Yeah. So what he said about the bull being have a worm
Yeah.
horns, and then that horn was completely frozen solid.
You do know that from previous encounter with the winter wolves that you identified, they do have a kiln breath.
Yeah, it sucks a lot.
Is that from personal experience?
Yeah. A little bit. I'm gonna see if I can again.
Are we back to that thing where
To-
You were where you first saw the dead cow.
the dead
I
cow?
want to look around again and see if there's any sign of life around, even if it's something as small as a field mouse.
Okay.
Ooh,
22.
22.
what you have
Okay.
the dice see?
After a while, where Wes is leading, you do see the sign of
We have more confidence. Is he the same person?
a bird fly. First animal we've seen in a while. And again, looking to see for the paw prints of the wolves. You know, roll me a nature check, actually. In addition to that,
20.
okay. You think that maybe the paws are so big and they spread out so widely that that's how they're not leaving any trails. They just are perfectly balancing their bodies on the snow. That's what you can gather. Maybe that's why they're not being tracked. It's not that obviously they're here. They're great
They're
hunters.
adept.
Yeah,
They're
at
adept
this
with it.
specific situation. And then further and further, animals feel safe around the cattle because they're big protectors. So you suggest Wes to follow that path, and then you do see what startles the rabbit. Then you notice it that a mouse flies by, and then an Arctic fox also starts chasing it. So you see that there is some life here.
Okay.
roll me one more survival check. Anyone who wants to do survival.
Anybody? Bueller? 20.
Oh, okay.
Not 20.
All right, I'll do it.
I'll take hers.
Yeah. Gabe and Wes are slightly trying to follow a specific direction, but you manage to tell them where to go. Mainly because you saw a big footprint on the ground. Definitely a shoe and then non-shoe foot. And you follow that region. Eventually you, maybe a fourth of a mile now out, you vaguely hear the of some cattle. And then you see towards maybe, let's say about 200 feet, odd stones, again, oh shit, maybe those are the place in a specific location, and then you get closer and closer, and then you do see again, everyone now, another dead cow, and a wolf eating it. Roll me perception, everybody.
There's
15.
12.
also a comment. I don't know if
15.
you want to see it, Mr. DM.
Oh, what does it say?
I've never played D&D before. Do you make up the scenarios?
Yeah.
By Chabuddy G.
Yeah, D&D's kind of the person who's sitting in this chair comes up with the story and then uses whatever the fuck visual they can to try to interpret it, and then collectively we're all telling the story together. It's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So
15.
15. Which
That's why
you
you
perception.
But I rolled
Yes.
five.
A book.
That's why it took a while.
Writing
Hello.
a book.
Well, thank you. That's why I definitely want you guys on the phone now so you can talk to them, because I can't at times. What did you get on perception?
I have 15.
15 as well.
Okay, so 15 is
Now
highest.
everybody's 15 all around.
Okay. I will allow you guys either to roll me a nature or a insight, whichever is higher.
I have 3 in
Nah,
insight.
it's the same.
It's the same.
Okay, then you get to pick.
21.
Okay.
Oh. Is it just one roll or are we all rolling?
Well, everyone can roll.
That's
Okay.
7 on insight.
It's 15 again.
I
Okay.
have a 5.
Hey! 21.
So
Yeah, we're gonna go with your roll.
Yes!
you kind of stop what's kind of stops the cart. You see the game kind of goes out. The metal tips of his gloves are kind of sparkling a little bit. With your perception rolls, the wolf is definitely eating into the carcass of the cow. Something seemed. Would you on insight or nature?
I don't have either one.
Which pick one?
Nature.
Nature. Okay. The wolf keeps eating a very specific part, and just chewing on it. He's not going to different areas. It looks like he's just biting into hollowness now, and his eyes are dead on you guys right now. Like he's watching you, as he's just almost like he's not actually eating, more like he's pretending to. And you definitely know that these animals are smart. Some lynch wolves can even understand language, like perfectly. They may not be able to speak it, but they understand it. They don't have to be trained.
Let's kill it.
I'm on the roof. I have
with that,
vision from it.
since no one passed that one. Oh shit. Okay. We will explain the scenario and then I'll draw it in a minute. You guys hear a and then Gabe's no longer there,
Oh boy.
and a stone just hits him and he's knocked back about 15 feet.
Oh!
As
Gabe.
yeah. You see
There
it
you
from
go.
a corner. Sorry, no one passed the perception. A hill giant just threw a giant boulder at it.
Wow, we really fucking missed that one.
And we're gonna go break. And yeah, we'll come back in the middle of this. So yeah, guys, you got some little things to watch.
Something's happening.
Yeah, we'll be
Stay
back in
tuned.
15.
Crap.
This character, I think, why is her chest bigger? The reason why.
Hello everybody, this is Jesus from ADreamProduction, letting you know we're going to be doing a Harry Potter based D&D game every Wednesday at the Divine and Conquer Twitch channel. See you there.
Guys, how you doing? Welcome to an episode of Tabletop Commando. This is Gerard's Gaming. This is where we get all our products. They sponsor us, and we sponsor them.
I'm popping like I'm straight out the toaster. I'm flying backwards, y'all. Hello and welcome. And this is FNBN. What you're asking yourself is, what is FNBN? FNBN is for nerds by nerds. And it's pretty much a channel that me and my friends are trying to get started. We have so many crazy nerd ideas that we want to post on there. Some of our plans are to do like podcasts, nerd conversations, nerd news. We got a lot of ideas, but first you need people that can watch. Let's be nerds. Come on now, let's
gents and gentle lady, are we ready? Hi guys, welcome back. As Gabe just got one shot, this is actual stone, so one shotted by
bag doesn't work then.
well, that's the wrong word, but knocked back 15 feet from a stone. That hurt.
He's not dead though, is he?
No, he's just on the ground,
Have no range weapons.
bleeding heavily. Actually, I really do need more
He's
animation.
just sleeping.
He's not doing so well. Okay, let me do that right now. Let me. He's bloody.
Oh shit. Oh no.
That's not good.
He's
There he
also a wizard.
Okay, wizards are squishy too.
They are.
Very squishy.
Okay, so
I'm like something. Shut up.
for the sake
Oh, yeah, no,
of
true.
let's figure out what the
Okay.
fuck's happening. Roll me initiative.
It's this but better. It's this. Just better.
That was fine.
Wait, initiative?
That's
Yes.
good. I'm with you at spirit.
Through that.
That's the problem. I don't think so.
I'm gonna put some battle music in a sec. Well, looks like you guys will
19.
go first. 19. Yeah, they didn't get anywhere near close to that. You got mine. Oh Alright, that's a 3. 20 plus
Oh no.
What?
19.
20 plus?
Yeah, well, just in case.
Hold on. It's
Just let me just look at this dice real quick closely.
Okay, so nobody got above
oh
19.
no.
No.
I have,
Okay,
Nah.
okay.
I have 19.
So Cal.
Also me first.
Yeah, Cal goes first.
Thank God.
Uh,
That's kind
you
of
wanna
a
do
good
it?
plan.
Thank God.
Yes. Alright, I will be very, very transparent. The wolf got a 10. Do you guys beat that?
Nope.
No.
I'm
not
at
me.
10.
Okay. Shit, alright. So Cal, then West, then Wolf. What did you guys get?
I got a 5.
I got an 8.
Okay, so
Now,
then,
then West, then Wolf.
yeah, West, Wolf, Ariell, Oria, then Hill.
Is it
Shit, that
because
should've
of
been
my
my full name,
dexterity
West Wolf.
that I have
West Wolf.
plus
West
on
Wolf.
my initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering
Okay.
if everybody else has a plus initiative.
So it goes Cow, West, Wolf, Oria, and Giant.
Yes. Cal, West, Wolf, Ariell, Oria, Hill. Yes. Okay. Well then.
I'm not last.
Cal, what do you do?
Oh, I'm not first.
And Gabe goes at the end because he is PC there.
Oh, engage.
Yeah, that's just for me. But yeah. Okay. Cowrabao.
So, what do we do?
What do we do, man? What do we do?
Do it. Do the thing.
Do the thing?
Do the thing.
What thing?
Which option are we
which
going
thing?
with?
Option A, option
Which,
B.
which
I
thing?
don't remember which option was which. What?
Oh, let me look at it again.
One was wah wah. Two was.
Okay, are we?
We're going. We're running out of time.
We have
Okay.
a plan.
I'm
Clash of the
Option
Titans
2.
or Yeet?
Huh?
Clash of the Titans or Yeet? Which
Yeet,
one?
Yeet.
Actually, yeet yeet
Yeet.
Let's do it.
We're gonna go do Yeet. Okay, I guess
All right,
we're
let's
doing
go,
Yeet.
Cal. What are you doing?
You have. He's like.
That's-
I have no idea.
You have a
Yes, your action.
Yeah, what are you doing? Time's running out.
The
We're
thing is
discussing
like,
it.
you
Also, are we?
Yep.
Or
Yes.
I'm gonna just
Yes, yes.
Naruto it.
No, we're gonna.
Okay. I'm gonna go to West
Okay.
and.
And we
who
were to
had, who had
West.
the thing?
You get it from me.
In passing.
Okay. I have a thing.
Alright, so you grab the back of the barrel.
Now he
Right.
kind of understands where this is going.
And I'm right next to West.
And then you move over
And
to
then-
West. Okay, that's your movement. What else do you do?
and then- That's it. I just wait. Right?
Yeah, I think so, because it has to be on my turn to.
Yeah. I just
essentially.
wait.
Okay.
Okay, West. What do you want to do, my friend?
I'm gonna throw Cowrabao. As far as I fucking can.
You know.
How far
Have
can
you
you
seen-
throw him? That's kind of far.
Have you seen Bleach?
Yeah.
You know the catapult.
He's
You
just
know
like,
the
"Mess with my
catapult?
hands."
Oh my god, yes.
You want? Okay. Roll me a.
Oh, how far am I gonna go if he throws me?
Depends how good my roll is.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Do I have to
that's a
roll?
lot of distance.
That is a very, very
So I guess
long.
what do we want to do? Do we just want to move forward first
If you run closer?
and get closer?
Yeah.
That might be smart. So you're gonna hold him and run?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yes, I'm gonna pick him up.
Cowrabao, how much do you weigh?
185.
Oh, you're a big boy for an elf. Okay, that's not an issue for you, but
Better
it
release
is.
I am a big boy
Better
for an
reduce
elf.
your
It's
speed
'cause
to half.
I'm a big
That's
boy
fine.
for an elf. There's a reason. I've told you that before.
Yes.
And
yes.
I don't want to convey it to them.
Yes,
because
I
it's a
understand.
secret.
Okay.
I,
so
there
you
is
pick him
no
up.
judgment here.
Okay.
I do much
you gonna
bonsai.
What?
You gonna move?
Yes.
Pick him up, move.
Yeah, yeah.
1, 2, 3. You still have. Let's say you can technically do a dash if you wanted to.
Do the dash.
Dash.
2, 3. Okay, you're. If you
How close is that?
Bonsai?
I guess
on
I'm not.
him.
I guess
Okay.
I'm not that close yet. Not
Yes,
close
that's
enough.
as far as you can get.
Okay.
Doing a dash, moving, picking him up.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
still currently.
Do I technically still have a bonus action? Do I technically?
Sure. Yeah.
Do I? Rage.
Slight little jolt from you as Wes rages and the steam and heat come from him.
Charge!
The Winter Wolf's turn. It looks very confused. Extremely confused. Turns to the hill giant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm sorry, Cal.
Both of you guys roll me dexterity saving.
Oh God, please make it.
Oh, me and
Wait, is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It's using my
It's a cone.
It's magic based.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Do I technically have advantage on that when I'm raging?
I
Is it
think it's
music?
only traps.
Is that? Wait, bye.
Sure, yeah.
I'll find out.
He said, sure, go for it.
yeah, he said sure.
Jesus has spoken.
Okay, so under Totem of the Bear, you have resistance to all damage except psychic damage.
Yeah. Oh, I thought granting yourself the advantage.
Sorry, I thought it was advantage, but no, resistance. that's
Yes,
what I
you
meant.
have resistance. Yes,
Yes.
for sure. Yeah. It's not psychic damage. You're not fighting a mind flare until you fight one, then you resist. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, roll me dexterity saving throws, guys.
All right.
Oh, I rolled already. It was a 6.
Okay.
17.
Well, that's a pass.
15.
Because it
That's
was.
also a pass.
Oh, thank God.
So you're gonna take half of the half.
Okay.
Half damage is 5. 5 cold damage. 2 cold damage.
5 for me?
Yes, as a cone of just winter cold emits from its mouth, and it looks annoyed for sure.
Like what the?
Yeah.
Frost is like melting off my abs.
Yeah.
It's like a sauna.
Spicy.
This is not how they anticipated this happened.
And then I'm going like this. Yeah, it's warm.
What do you do?
I'm going to move towards the wolf. As far as I can possibly go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I am going to cast Shield of Faith upon myself.
Okay. As you cast your spell and the force goes into sinks into your skin.
And I'm going to... I'm going to hold my action.
Okay. What are you holding?
If the wolf makes another attack, I am going to attack it.
You have your glaive out?
I have my quarterstaff and my shield out.
Okay, alright. Okay, cool. Just making sure if you had reach or not. Alright. Oria.
Hold on. I'm just
What do you want
double
to see?
checking one thing really quick. just to see how far it goes.
60 feet, and then entangle's 80 feet, something like that?
Entangle is 90 feet.
90 feet, more than 60.
I'm going to have Oria move up to her 6 squares that she can do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From all 6.
Okay. Can it reach the hill giant is the question.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For sure.
I'm going to cast Entangle in the area that the...
What is your DC for the dexterity saving throw? Oh my god, it has -1.
Oh, yes.
Spell DC?
My spell DC is 14.
Okay, it rolled 10 minus 1, 9.
Nice! And what is it? What kind of... I can't remember how much piercing.
It does damage and it's restrained?
Yes.
Okay.
Does. A certain... It. Okay, for the duration, creature in an area when you cast spell must succeed on a strength saving throw, or be restrained by the entangling plants
you
till the
have
spell ends. Creature restrained by plants can use this action to make a strength check against your spell DC
Okay.
on a success at freeing itself zone. No damage really, just entangles.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's a 20-foot radius, correct?
So
Yes,
what
20 foot.
happens
Yeah,
if
20
a
foot
party
radius.
member is on the entanglement?
You'll be fine.
Okay.
Just stay on the giant.
Alright, it is restrained. Okay. So restrained creatures speed becomes 0. Alright, and everyone has an advantage against it. It has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Cool.
With my bonus
Yes.
action, I want to use poison spray on the winter wolf.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I think they have to roll a con save?
Yeah.
Let me double,
Yeah.
double
Oh,
check.
that's actually a high number.
Constitution saving throw or take 1d12.
Do they take damage if they pass?
The must succeed on a
Yeah,
Constitution
must succeed.
saving throw or take 1d12 damage.
Okay, it got a 19.
Okay, so
It just rolled really high.
okay, so I don't.
I think it doesn't take damage. Oh, let's
No.
say it would take
No,
half
it doesn't,
damage.
yeah.
Okay, so as you throw out your spray of poison and it goes... Its cold breath is still technically active, and you can see that it kind of tilted it to just nullify the effect of it, as the cold spray is gone by the time your spell is taking effect.
Okay.
Hill Giant!
Oh
Stupid?
Sounds
It
about right.
breach, so it tries to grab a boulder.
And they're all
it's gonna throw it.
entangled.
Yeah, it's gonna take a 4.
Hits itself.
Puts itself in confusion.
As you see that it's trying to move, but his hand is just completely restrained and just has a boulder in its hand. It just doesn't do anything. Complete miss. As technically, it should use its ammunition. So there's a second boulder there.
Aww.
At least you tried.
Yeah,
You
it,
did your best.
but yeah, it's restrained for that whole round. That's all I can do. Gabe. It's
Hey, hey, buddy, old pal.
Fuck it. Okay. And y'all hear as a bolt of lightning goes this way.
Rain
Whoa.
done.
Hello.
Yu
Very
Hakushu.
Okay, that's good damage. Slightly below average. Alright. As you guys all first hear, then see a bolt of lightning breaks a little bit of the shrubbery, but then it keeps on growing more as you're still trying to spell, and a bolt of lightning just hits right through him and goes away.
What the fuck? What shit got... What?
He gets up, bleeding part of his face and his arm, like, that was my best shot. I'm pretty much out of tricks now. And
Yeah, don't do that again.
1, 2, and then goes and looks under the boulder.
Hides behind the boulder.
Yeah, and then if you're looking, you see that his rabbit hops into his coat pocket. Cow.
What are you doing?
Not gonna do anything. just gonna wait.
You at least want to
Could you attack
do
on holding?
Oh yeah, I can attack, huh?
I was gonna be like, at least attack the
Just do
direwolf.
something.
Yeah,
I'm gonna attack the
baby.
wolf.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sneak
look, and
attack?
they're nearby.
And sneak attack.
5 feet from it, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wah, wah.
But so, he's right there.
15.
15 hits.
Sweet.
Yes.
Oh, and then my attack. 1d8. D8. D8. 11.
11 points damage?
11.
Okay.
Ooh.
As you're still on your muscle boy, as Sneaky Boy is on top, shoots the arrow. Good hard hit, and the arrow just sticks in him, and you hear the wolf go, give out a yelp of pain. Wes.
Alright,
Oh, can I still do a cantrip too, or no?
Yes, yes you can.
Well, I'm gonna go do a cantrip. The what? The cantrip that I always use.
Poison spray?
Yeah, poison spray. That's the one I always use.
Okay.
Do it better than I did.
It is a Constitution save.
Mm-hmm.
It got a total of 9. So do a d12 of damage.
I forget stuff. Yeah, this is the way. Ha! 2.
Okay.
Hate something.
Yeah, it definitely is. As you shoot at a cold spray, it definitely hits his nostrils, and it starts coughing up, and a little bit of blood comes out of him. Good damage.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it. That's all I'm
Okay.
gonna do. I still love
Alrighty then.
Wes.
It's Wes.
It's Wes.
He's Wes.
I'm not technically engaged with the wolf, am I?
No.
So
You are
can I just
15
keep,
feet away.
keep going?
Okay. You're gonna do double movement?
Let me see. Do the 3. Do the 3.
1, 2, 3 to not be engaged with them.
I think that's good.
Is that close enough?
Is it close? Or you want
That's
to
still pretty far. Double dash.
1, 2, 6.
That's better.
That's good.
That's
Good.
about right.
That's good.
Here we go.
This is gonna be freaking amazing. Or
So you moved there.
This will work.
please don't let it work.
So
You have acrobatics, right?
The
Yes.
bonus. I'm
Plus 8.
Okay, I'm still enraged.
What does the rage do so that you can move more?
It gives me advantage on strength.
Oh, okay.
and pluses to damage.
Mm-hmm.
My heart's beating like a million
Can
miles
I,
a minute.
is it technically an action if I throw him? Okay.
I can give it to you, but with a disadvantage.
Or
But with my advantage, make it just a straight roll, right?
Yes, it will.
Oh god, do you want
I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh god, is there anything we can do to aid you? I don't think so.
Bardic, nobody's a
All
bardic.
right, roll
Bardic
for
inspiration.
strength check.
Strength check. Pray to your gods now.
I got my back.
Oh my god!
Natural 20.
I can't believe that's Of all of the times to roll a natural 20.
Gonna put a little pause right now.
I'm sorry.
For the sake of me, what is y'all's diabolic plan exactly? Is
Oh,
it just
I'm throwing him at the giant, yeah.
with the bag of devouring to hold up the?
He's throwing it over its head.
That's the idea.
Are you throwing it?
Surprise!
I'm gonna be thrown, and then I go.
He has to double check. No.
Too hard in here?
We have upset the DM.
And that is how you
Roll me
derail an
a-
entire session.
Roll me a acrobatics. How about?
I need a better dice.
I don't want to give that to you and you not do well.
Would you
on
like
it.
to borrow mine?
Oh, the nat 20? Give me that thing. With
Oh,
Oh no!
with the thing.
There we go.
Oh my god.
I'm praying to Palor again.
Same.
Come on. 21. Oh, thank you. Plus
I don't think he wants to. I don't think he wants to know what option 2 was. It was a bad one.
Yeah, it's
Let me consult DMG.
What do I do when my players are being assholes?
Is that in there?
It is restrained. Okay.
Okay.
Disadvantage being applied.
Okay.
It's going to take the 10 plus its strength, which is plus 5 equaling 15. That is not a 20.
Yeah.
Oria, you no longer feel like you have control over your entanglement spell, as it just gets sucked in. You no longer see Cowrabao.
Oh no.
Oh no!
You no longer see a hill giant.
Did
You see a rock,
Did we just sacrifice a party member?
and then you see a little elven head come out, and your bag is ripped in the middle, as you just hear a scream.
Oh, me?
Yeah, from inside the bag.
Oh
No, but he's fine.
no! He's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
Well, it worked.
Holy
Hold on.
shit. Do you want to know what option 2 was? It was a bad one.
I was leaning more into this plan,
What's this
but the
wolf
option
thinking?
1 was pretty good too, kind of.
Shut up, Paul.
The wolf got a 17 on his intelligence check to be like, what the fuck did I do?
Oh,
Wolf's turn.
Oh god.
do something. Come on.
Let's go, man.
You said a
Good idea.
3, 4, 5.
Okay, how far is that from me?
20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85 feet from you.
Yeah, I can still hit it.
Ariell!
What's up, man?
You know, I don't really have anything that I can do here.
It's kind of hard to follow that.
Yeah, I'm just going to chase after it, double speed.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh, I'm kind of close.
Yeah.
But I can't do anything because I don't have any range.
Not even
Oria.
this,
That's okay.
energy spell, no?
I have nothing.
I'm
Oh.
gonna move my full.
No, I don't.
Cast an entangle again.
Ooh.
I will give up another spell for
Anyway.
entangle.
That is a 14. What's your DC?
14.
Oh.
Damn.
I think it's so boos have speed though.
Okay.
The spell is there, it just is not restrained.
Okay.
but the speed is slow.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, that's good. Something.
I believe so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hill Giant. No? Okay. Roll me 5d10.
Well, here's
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
some
someone.
of those for you.
Someone just roll me
Well.
5d10. Or you can all roll a d10.
I have two. This is what? These are
Okay.
d10s?
Oh,
I
wait.
got 2,
Oh, well, I'm an idiot.
2, 4, 6.
I have 2.
That's 17 on my end.
Wait a minute. 2.
Oh, wait,
3.
yeah,
I
there's
have
some
3.
more.
Wait, how many did you guys roll?
I rolled 2
2.
for 17 damage.
Okay.
But how do you roll the d10? Oh,
So it's
I have 14. 20.
there's a 6. Wait, how many
Roll
rolls
one
is
more.
that now?
Roll
One more?
2 d10s, and then that's it.
11.
your bag is bleeding.
Oh!
Oh.
Like gushes of blood coming out of that bag.
Oh my.
Hey, who wants this back?
just leave it there for right now. I'm just gonna dig a hole. We're gonna put it in there, and we're gonna leave it. We just put it in a bag and leave it at the gate.
You guys smell good old tobacco. As Gabe is just sitting there smoking.
Tobacco?
Cowrabao.
So yeah, what do you want me to do with this devouring? Just leave it there, or do you want me to keep it with me? Because you know it might. Oops.
Just leave it. Leave it there for right now.
Okay, I'll leave it there for now where I'm standing.
Sure.
And then I move.
Drops it.
I'm gonna move once, and then if I hide, can I still attack?
Makes a wet sloshing noise.
Can I actually
Yeah.
attack?
Because you can use your bonus action to hide.
Because doesn't hide give me a sneak attack?
Yep.
That's why I wanted to.
Yep. Roll me a stealth check. Okay, that's an 8.
Stealth check. 15.
You hate us so much right now.
I love this. Okay. Roll me
Hey, we
damage
thought
plus sneak
outside
attack.
the box.
Oh, damage.
Yep, damage plus sneak attack. So should we? I think 2d. Maybe is it 3d8 now? No, 2d8
No, it's 2d8
plus a d8
and then a d8.
plus 4 or something.
Oh.
Okay.
Would you consider this a unique D&D experience?
Yeah. Let me just say, I've DM'd for probably 13 years. What the fuck?
That was something.
The winter wolf is bloody.
Did a thing.
We did do a thing.
Well, you did give us a bag of devouring. You got it alive somehow.
I will
The
let
most
you guys
powerful
know
weapon.
that all items and gold are 100% randomized. I just roll
Okay.
on the chart. So whatever you guys get that's by luck. Anything
Well, for
else?
that to work out,
Thanks,
was my
Taylor.
luck too. Taylor willed it.
Yep.
Anything else, Cowrabao?
Well, I can't do anything else unless
Well, you can talk.
unless I can attack again.
No, not yet. Soon.
Hey, Cow, what's the bag doing? Bleeding profusely.
Bleeding profusely.
Gross.
Yeah, that's
It, I don't want to touch it again.
Yeah, just leave it there. Just leave it.
I grab a bag, just one handful of dirt.
Right there's dirt on the bag now. This is oozing blood. West.
Yeah, I'm gonna, go ahead and I'm just gonna come over here and see if I can help him out. Or
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anything else?
Could you dash an attack, or is that?
No.
No. The dash.
I could dash, but I won't be able to attack. Since I have to get in the entangled
Do it.
attack. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just dash me in there.
Get in,
3,
melee
4.
range.
Okay.
Because now if it tries to run, you can hit it.
Yeah, bitch.
Sure. Wolf's turn. Will move and dash. Attack of opportunity. Move half its speed through it.
Where's my die?
Oh, back.
Roll a 20.
That lucky
Attack of
die.
opportunity. 14.
Hits.
Hey!
What be damage? Good thing, because your
Good
rage
thing.
does not end then. You hit something.
I hit something, so that's 36. That's plus 2. I get plus 2 damage on range, or what?
Yeah, it should be 2 at this level.
Okay, so 11.
11.
11.
Okay.
It's very weak, limping on 1 foot as he definitely broke something. It's just running on 3, its back leg is out, but it is at the tip of the entangled spell. Still in the entangled spell, but at the tip of it. Ariell, what do you do?
I'm gonna run to it.
Let's just say you can make it.
Join the party.
Let's beat the shit out of that thing.
Sure.
Or die trying.
It's very heavily wounded.
I am going to use Searing Smite. And
Okay.
I'm gonna try to hit it.
You may attack.
Oh.
Oh, that's how they do it.
Oh.
Do I get advantage?
It's not restrained, so no, unfortunately.
Damn it. Okay.
What's the total?
That's, let's see. A solid 11.
11 hits.
Hey.
How is that a thing? Okay.
It's a wolf.
Right. Alright.
That's fun. What's
6. That is 6 damage and 4 fire damage. So 10 damage.
It's an entangled spell and you just did fire. That fire
You
becomes 8.
motherfucker?
So that's... Yep, that's 1 more to kill it. Okay.
Oh well.
As Wes, you take 2 points of fire damage.
Cool.
Ariell, you take 2 points of fire damage as well. As your...
Excellent.
Good job, buddy.
well, sorry, Wes, you'll take 1 point of fire damage. Apologize.
Cool.
You're raging.
Great ideas
As
here.
your staff is on fire, you slash at it. It's also a whirlwind of fire. It's dead.
First you take the kids out in broad daylight.
Oh, that's so good!
Well, there you go.
Then
It's
you
a fire.
set fire.
There's the fire.
There it is. Oria just like, why?
I just walk out of the flames all cool. I'm like, oh, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts.
I was like, does it hurt?
Oh,
I walk out of the flames. I smack him on the back of the head.
that's 19.
Does it?
It has 11 HP and it rolled a 19 to escape the bag of devouring. DC is 20.
Oh, yes.
Whoa. Do we have to
Cowrabao.
Do we roll the?
It has 11 hit points left.
Yeah. That's
You
almost
all you see is the
impossible.
bag kind of tear and the hand just full arm, but the size of you just.
So it's
Yeah, the bag is destroyed, but so is the fucking hill giant.
Worth it.
Do you want the
So
devouring
worth it.
card back? It's like, you bastards.
No, you can keep it. It's just it's not.
it's not usable.
There's no way you can mend it. It's a magical item, so there's no point.
So first, what I'm gonna do is like, and then do my full movement. No, well, that's my full movement.
I mean, you're out of combat.
Oh, the wolf is dead?
The wolf is dead.
I was,
Good.
oh, okay. I thought it wasn't. Oh, no, I
Oria's
don't
gonna
want
go
I don't
over
want to go to the
cave
fire.
and
I didn't know
use
the
cure
dog-
wounds on him.
No, I don't want to go to the fire. I thought the wolf
yeah,
was still
poor
alive.
guy.
I was gonna get. I was just gonna get closer.
Show cure wounds.
Okay.
So you're not gonna post like power Rangers?
What? Shit, I
There's
can't
fire
remember.
back. No, kill the wolf.
Oh no, I'm not getting out of the fire. I'm smacking his
It's
fucking head. It's this one, right? That's 1 point. I'm sorry.
Okay. He's no longer bloody. He's 1 point away. Mighty kind of you. Thanks. He's gonna look at you guys now. Pardon my gnomish, but what the fuck is that?
The will of the gods.
Great strategic thinking.
Did you just put a fucking huge man in a bag and then crush it to death?
Do you want to tell them about option one?
Option B.
Uh,
Option B
No,
was
that's option A.
yeah.
Technically speaking, I guess. Yeah, well, yeah, but the
Yeah, the other option was Clash of the Titans, and we were gonna take the Medusa out of the cart and strap it to someone's chest.
Yeah,
Go
it
right
was
up
still
to the
gonna be
hill
me,
top.
gonna be thrown.
And take the blindfold off of her and just Clash of the Titans. it.
So while I'll be thrown, I'll just go.
But hill giants have a high constitution, so.
They do. They're big, stupid guys.
I never knew what was coming.
Yeah.
He didn't. He woke up today thinking everything was just gonna be another day of chucking rocks. Just to let you know, the idea with the bag of holding I've been sitting on for the past couple weeks.
That's genius.
Remember how I have pages that I have to just omit? The whole interrogation scene, the diplomacy, and him running away and giving him nope. Flip that shit over.
Just standing there, the wolf's burning on fire, the bag's bleeding with an arm sticking up. So now what?
I'm just gonna
What
ask,
has
hey, what
happened?
smells like bacon?
Hey, that's another dead cow, though.
Yeah, I am.
Six. We need to find 6 cows. Where they is.
Alright, let's keep looking.
Well-
Roll a survival check, everybody.
I do want to investigate one
Okay.
cow that was found to see
Okay.
exactly where
Mhm.
the wolf was not.
Wait,
Yeah,
what are
I would
we
like to
rolling
investigate.
for?
that.
Investigate that first and then roll the survival afterwards. If you already roll survival, keep that number to yourself.
Got it.
So that will be a 13.
I have 16.
Okay, with your numbers, you can see that probably the killing blow was a bite to the neck, and then whatever on its stomach was, the organs are gone. So he was just chewing on, I guess, remaining organ left, but this inside is almost completely empty. So he was munching on it for a while, and maybe not even eating anything. He was just munching there. With your investigation, you can probably see that this was an ambush, not executed well, obviously, but hill giant hid, was hard to see, and chunked a rock at what's been tracking it down for a while.
I guess the other question is, I mean, granted, at the same time it's dead, but is this the same hill giant that
Yes,
we...
yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
okay.
Same guy. The stench is undistinguishable. Even through the bag.
I guess again I will investigating the surrounding area, even though a bunch of stuff just went down.
Yeah. What did you guys get on survival first?
19.
Oh, I haven't rolled for
Okay.
survival.
Yeah.
20.
Oh. Okay.
Alright.
7.
Fucking dead.
That's fucking dead, man. Tell you what.
With y'all survival check, it's not terribly far from here that you guys discover there's a lot of pins with 6 pins with cows on them. Going further towards where there'll be a cave entrance.
Oh, not the cave.
It doesn't look big. It just looks like there's an entrance.
I'm assuming. Do hill giants live in cages? I don't know.
Well, I thought it wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't big.
I'll excuse her because she doesn't technically live here, but.
Yeah, they tend to find whatever they can to live in. But if there's one hill giant, there should be others. And I don't see no track of no others. Eventually, after time being an issue right now, slight persuasion. The cows are easy enough to handle. And Gabe sends his private into the cave to investigate. Comes back. Snow says it's safe. Ain't nothing in there.
Not even the cows.
No, a lot of piles of dead things and shinies.
Shinies.
So assuming coin.
I go for the shinies.
Can you guys grab y'all's minis?
Sure.
I have a very nice reason to go for shinies.
Some shiny.
Here, I have to do that.
Oh, there it is.
They're pre-drawn, so it's not that much.
I guess I know that we just moved, but
Yeah.
I know like a bunch of stuff just went down.
Yeah.
Was there anything living around, or?
You will find more living creatures close to the area where the cows are.
Okay.
And it looks almost normal, which is a lot better than before where it didn't look normal at all.
But there are like a few
Yeah,
animals,
there's definitely some critters here and there.
Okay.
Especially up in the sky. You guys go inside the cave.
Yes.
A lot of barrels of whiskey and ale are just thrown to the floor. You can smell piles of just clothing and hides and pillows and just a giant pile of just sleep. Broken carts of food all over the place. Messy flies everywhere, maggots everywhere, disgusting location. There's even a pile of just where the vomit sits.
Oh.
Nice.
That smells wonderful.
That is nasty.
In
Wait,
there.
so what happened with the carriage?
Carriage is
It's
parked
there.
outside.
Yeah, we'd bring it.
It's there. You guys, I have to give you something. You see that there's 3 shelves with like 4x4s just forced in with like nails bolted into the stone going through the wood. There is, and it looks very organized. One shelf is just glass and glass objects. They're all broken. One shelf is just pottery and it's just a whole bunch of different pots and cups and stuff out of clay. But they're all broken too. The only thing that's organized is these shelves. And in one of the shelves, there's 9 pouches. Each pouch has 10 gold in it.
Oh.
And then there's a small little pile of copper pieces. Another pile of silver. There's another pile of gold. There's one next to the gold. You see that there's actually a gold necklace around it. Then on another shelf, there are 3 different vials, and then 2 scrolls on the shelf underneath it.
I want to go for the necklace.
Oh,
It's a gold necklace with a ruby in it.
I want to do necklace.
I'm gonna have Oria go and investigate the scrolls.
Okay. When you look at the scrolls, they're cantrips. One's chill touch and one's light.
Okay.
I want the.
So
I'm gonna
write
go
down
check
chill
some.
touch and light cantrip.
I'm gonna go get some of the pouches with gold.
Yeah, there's.
How
Do you want me to divide the gold evenly amongst you guys, or are you gonna fight for it?
Let's not fight.
Well, there's 9 pouches.
With
So what if
gold?
we all get 1 pouch and then the rest we can divide or we can put towards
It's like a
group
savings
food,
account.
like
I
a
agree.
savings? Yeah, savings account would be
It's
good.
like
Well, I was
a-
gonna-
like a
I
party
was gonna
savings
suggest
account.
maybe
Yes.
putting some pouches aside for the village.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good too.
So
Wait,
there's
do
10
these pouches look familiar?
They just look like ordinary leather pouches with
So-
just 10 gold in it.
There's 10.
There's
pouches.
9 pouches with 10 gold.
Oh, 9 patches with 10 gold.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 90 gold.
It's 9 gold.
Are we gonna take one for each of us,
1 for each and the rest for the village? Is that good?
and then
I'm fine with
2 or maybe 3 for us, and then the 2 for the village.
Well, I was gonna forfeit the whatever pouch was given to me and give it to the village anyway. So if y'all want to take a pouch for yourselves, be my guest. But
I shall, because
I want a
need
gold
money.
because thief. But I do want to check one of the files too. You said there's copper and silver.
Yeah, there is a pile, very organized and neatly like circled around into a pyramid. Like this took time to do. There's 14 copper, 7 silver, and an additional 10 gold.
Okay. Is anybody like keeping track of that?
I'm not keeping track. I just put 10 gold in my inventory.
Yeah.
So let's see.
So there's yeah. So you have a
taking
pouch.
one.
You have a pouch. There's 9 pouches.
Yeah.
So that's
I
2.
took one.
Okay.
Yeah, I took 1.
3.
I took one.
So there's 5 pouches left.
Did I get 50 gold to the village? What if we keep 2 of those pouches for like group funds? For like rations and hotels.
If someone wants to do be
Third.
the
treasurer.
treasurer,
I will.
yeah.
I'll write a little thing.
Alright,
down.
so 20 gold for the group and then
yeah.
The
30
30
gold for the village.
Okay.
There's also
about
14 copper.
Okay.
I'm gonna split that, I guess, evenly.
That's 3.5 copper.
So
I guess you just want to give it to them. Is there silver too?
Your silver as well.
what if we just
Give the
Take-
copper to the village? Wait, 14, so 7 for us and then 7 for them? Split it in half, give it to the village.
We could probably use the copper and silver for like lodging down the line.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Or
I
just
mean, we're giving them a lot of gold.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
giving them
So
30
just
gold, so we can
keep-
keep all that.
keep
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the copper and
Now
silver
you said this was
for
like betting
group
and stuff,
funds?
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
group funds.
Yeah, we'll put all
Other
that.
than
All
that,
the group funds?
From what I can see, that's
Yeah.
pretty
We'll
much
need
it. Okay.
lodging at taverns
So
and
14
food.
copper in the
7
bank.
silver.
14 copper, 7.
And I wanna.
And there's 10 gold left in a pile.
Cool.
Oh,
Let's roll for it.
do you wanna put that last gold piece on the back?
I'm not winning. In the bank.
Okay, so
Yeah.
10 more gold in the bank.
30 gold in the bank. Okay, that's pretty
You have
good.
the 2 scrolls.
And then
There's
I want the
There's 3
vials.
potions. 2 you can easily tell are potions of healing. Basic
I
healing
need.
potions.
I don't have that at all. I've used it
In
on
one-
y'all.
Wow, we just threw you in there with no potion of healing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I
That's
was gonna say, I
my
used
preferred
it
potions
on
yearly.
all of y'all. I didn't even get to
You
use
deserve
it.
it, buddy. You deserve it.
Basic knowledge of just taste testing the potion. The other one is a potion of resistance against poison.
I'll put that
Well,
one
that
down,
would have
too.
been so helpful.
Okay. So she gets that. You got healing. You got both healing?
I'm taking both healing.
Are you?
I'll take both healing.
Okay. Yeah, you're one of the tanky people. You're not supposed
Yeah.
to be a tanky person,
I'm
but
not
you are
really.
a tanky
I'm
person.
not, I'm not
Go
really
for it.
tanky, but I have.
You
been-
rush
Rather
in. You rush
okay.
in and do a lot of damage. So
You're
I
probably
call that
sick and
tanky.
tired of me saying this, but any other signs of life? Even an animal in this cave?
Oh no, not in
Okay.
here.
Any other
Okay.
meat?
Other than the maggots.
I'm not going to attempt to try talking with maggots. Not going to happen. They're too young.
They've seen a lot of stuff.
Is there any other anything else in the cave
Other than just
other than the throw?
food, throw up, and just piles of.
How is the food?
It is rotten.
Yeah.
Gross.
That's
Clothes.
just.
Disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
for
That's
that,
where
smell
it
bad.
slept. Probably.
I don't want to deal with that.
yeah.
As
You don't want to watch.
you see, Gabe, these kind of just outside wrangling all the herd.
Okay.
So, with the
Hey, who wants to keep the giant's hand as a trophy?
Not I.
But again, but there were live cows.
yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I missed that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Switch
Awesome.
over to
Yeah, let's get them back in the village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Post haste.
Okay.
Oh, the
Yeah, to the
cows are
village.
alive. There's 6 cows alive.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Let's go.
Do you wanna tether them again, or do you just want to use your speaking? And
I'll speak with
follow
the
them?
Okay.
animals.
Because I do have rope. That's why I was
Okay.
just asking.
Just to get an insight from them on
Let's-
what transpired as of late.
And who let them out?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, ask them what they look like. If
the
they can
person
remember.
that looked that said just looked like one of you. Then kind of looks at the smaller humanoids, but no face. No face.
Ears?
While they're telling me this, I'm relaying
Yeah.
this to the party as they're saying this.
Hey, check
Bro-
the ears.
bro-
Check the ears because you know about that elf that went to the village. Maybe they can see if they have pointed ears or round
Yeah,
ears.
I'll,
like
I'll
you.
mention, pointed ears or short ears.
No ears. No face. No ears.
So they were
Okay, I
masked.
guess they don't see. Yeah, or masks.
Could've been
Then
masked.
the smelly big one pinned us. Gave food. Bad food, but gave food. Can we go home now?
Yes, we'll take you home.
And then Gay follows you guys in a line
I'm
with
really-
your carriage, averting them.
I'm gonna be in the back again.
Every now and then, one of the cows kind of goes off, and you see the rabbit kind of stomp and force it to go in, almost like it's hurting them. And you see, kind of Gabe is like commanding the rabbit to do what it needs to do. Roll me perception, everybody. Making way back to Tail.
Way back to town. We got 6 cows and a one. Natural 20.
Ooh, okay.
21.
23.
Sure.
A
You are
20!
so perceptive.
Yeah, that's fine.
No more.
Whatever.
No more rocks
I'm
gonna
gonna
get thrown at us. No more boulders gonna get thrown at us.
The boulder system. No, you find Lot smell first burning, and then about 100 feet or so. Again, 1/4 of a mile away. Then you
Away from?
the town. The
Oh,
village. You smell the burning. You hear the crackling and breaking of wood. And you see the glow of red embers of fire.
I am very fast. Do you want me to just go ahead and look at the village? I'm
Yeah,
a little
sprint ahead.
worried. Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna go sprint
Okay.
ahead
As you do so,
as stealthily as I can.
You're gonna have
Naruto run with a dab.
a medium-sized cat also following, keeping pace with you two.
I'm pretty sure the cat can.
And you wanted to leave the children locked up in the
I was going to stay with them. That was my suggestion. But now I'm kind of glad I didn't.
the inn
Because you
is
get
on
to.
fire.
And I don't have
Oh,
fire.
no.
Thomas's house is also on fire.
Oh,
What
not
about the-
Thomas!
What about the village people? What about his leg?
Oh, good. The seamstress house isn't on fire.
It's on fire.
His wooden leg.
That's good, because she was making clothes for the kids.
Terry's
I don't wanna
house
deal
is
with
on
that.
fire.
Not Terry!
Poor Terry.
God damn
How are
it,
we going to
Terry!
make him smile now?
Her house is not.
Oh no.
Oh, her house is safe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
As you, let's say it's gonna take you about 2 rounds, 20 seconds, or, no, a minute or so in RP time before you guys all get there. How you get there first? The scarecrows that you saw all around, a lot of them are on the ground or burnt. You see your friend Miss Stone dead on the ground. Mr. Thomas is attending to Terry, who does not look alive, and he has a staff, and it looks like a scarecrow is trying to claw at it right now.
What the fuck?
Also, Thomas is like
With the,
trying
with
to
the
poke
sin.
him away or something.
Yeah,
Oh, here. That's what Oria currently
Okay.
is.
and as well, you see that the dwarf is flat on the ground with a lot of slash marks on it, and then 2 scarecrows on the floor. As
That's why.
this one is running towards you guys.
That's why I wanted to
running.
ask. What was
It's
the
a good
dream?
thing- It's a good thing you have 2 healing potions.
I
Could not
am
need those for them.
going to have Oria run up and lunge at this one right here that's trying to attack Thomas.
Roll me a 2.
You're working with
9.
the.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Wait,
working with
no,
the cat
that's
stats.
right. I'm looking at the cat stats. Sorry. I don't know where the cat stats would be.
You a cat or a big cat?
I'm a
leopard
medium-sized
or
cat, so
I think panther, cougar.
there's a lot of animals. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It is an old
Panther.
woman.
Okay, so wait to hit.
So it would be with you. Would she be attacking with Dex?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Yeah, she should have an attack. Wherever.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, actions bite and claw.
yeah.
Wait,
So bite.
the cat is her, right?
Yeah, she is the
she
cat,
transformed
yes,
into.
yes.
Yeah, so she's okay. +4, so 15.
15 definitely hits. Roll me damage. Cowrabao, what do you do?
I'm gonna attack that one sprinted.
Alright, roll me to hit.
17.
That hit.
6.
Okay.
And then to hit with a bow. Where's my aim?
It says like I mentioned. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay.
Bang. Is there some +4 up there?
What was the damage?
5.
5? Okay.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Dang, I should have rolled better.
As you pounce on, are you, what animal are you? Exactly.
I'm a panther.
Panther, okay. So as you see this just black streak just charge over, claws extended, and you hear the roar, Thomas braces to defend himself against you, not knowing who you are.
Mhm.
And you just rake the scarecrow and just hay in, as you start clawing at it and biting it, you taste not hay but this bitterness and death, maybe. And as it's still up, no legs or anything, but its hands look like they're knives now. And when you shoot your arrow, it cuts right through the head off, and the scarecrow's head falls down, but it's still moving towards you. As it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's going to try to claw at you.
Do I have a saving
13 versus your
16.
AC, and then yours is 15. So
What's my current? Wait.
it'll be the cat or yours, whichever's higher.
Whichever's higher.
Mine's 12. So
No, it's the cat or yours.
Oh, my. Okay. Sorry, let me get mine.
Yeah, if your AC is higher than the cat's, then you use your AC.
Let me see what my information is. Sorry.
No, yeah, it's a lot of paper.
There's a
yeah,
lot of paper.
yeah.
Yeah.
16. Okay.
Yeah.
So they both miss. As you see that the skeleton, the scarecrow tries to claw at you, but it's as it's moving, you see that it keeps losing hay, keeps losing position, and this one just very uncordial, just splashes wildly, but completely misses. At this time, Thomas just puts himself over Terry and just closes his eyes. And you guys are approaching. You're about 50 feet away. You can see this.
Fuck.
You see everything on fire and a half man attacking your friend, and Cow just knocked the head off something. What do you guys do?
Rushing the cart over as fast
Okay.
as I can.
Giddy up, horsey.
Actually,
Hey yeah!
someone can do something. That is enough. Okay, so as this happens, Gabe's eyes just get widened, and you see that his hands, the iron on the tips of his fingers kind of glow, and then just shoots out three missiles. One hits this, and the other one, and just collapse as two just beams hit. You guys arrive on dock, and everything's on fire.
I'm gonna run to the well and I'm gonna try to put fire out of Terry's house first.
Okay.
Since it's closest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to Thomas. What the hell is happening here?
I'm gonna have Oria wild shape back to normal.
Okay. The scarecrow started attacking. The cows are dead. And he just starts bolting crying.
Okay, so
Alright.
I see her. I don't see the half elf.
No.
So can I go ahead and check on that room?
Sure. No response. You hear the chain. The
Can I
doors
try the door?
locked.
Door is locked. Can I bash one?
Sure, roll me a strength check.
Hey, when that's
Oh
you
god.
hit the door.
What?
I get.
Like an old crying
You're
man over
doing
here.
something right. Okay, so I guess me. +1. Let's see. Let's go.
Hey.
Okay, yo, 60.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
the door
Well,
kind
I-
of breaks on a hinge and it's still attached, but enough that you can go in.
Well,
And
I
then
am
you
185.
You see Dima in the corner with a dagger, just like
she's
shaking, like just
trying
like
to
with a
stab
dagger.
herself?
No, like a dagger
holding it out to
at
you.
Oh, at me.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I trust
and
it.
she's just shaking. What perception?
Me? Wow.
During
Oh.
the meantime, I'm also helping Ariell with getting.
Okay.
Where's the
You guys.
Where's the
It
river?
disappeared.
River. Sorry.
Shit.
Magic.
You guys are grabbing water and pouring it out. It's gonna take a while, but you will get the fire out from here for sure. She looks very scared,
Oh,
not hurt. She doesn't move to attack you, but she has a dagger out. And
Pointing
you
towards me?
notice that she's fully pregnant. Like several months pregnant.
oh, what?
Oh god.
What was she before?
No, boy.
She had the dream of the jackal.
Wes, what are you doing? Since they're doing that, he just did that.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit scared because she is,
Yeah.
and then she's
I-
pointing a dagger. So
Mhm.
I pull out my sword. Are you okay? Is everything okay?
Are they still out? Are they still out?
Put the dagger down. Everything is fine. We're trying to put the fire out.
She doesn't put it down, but doesn't go towards you either. Are you reaching for the dagger?
I guess I'm kind of slowly inching my way
She doesn't move.
so I can get to the dagger, because you know.
It takes a little bit. Let's say by the time that you do that, this gets put out enough. And then you put your hand over her dagger and move it down. She doesn't like fight it. She's just not looking at you, just looking out the door.
And I grab the dagger.
She doesn't restrain it or anything.
And then
And then she just
because there's nothing wrong with her house,
no,
right?
her house is perfectly
And
fine.
I just let her, kind of guide her to sit down on the bed or something.
She just starts crying and then hugs you.
Jesus, dude.
Well, I guess I comfort her a little bit, but I do
He doesn't
yell
have, like,
at
a
somebody,
charisma.
or one of my party members, I guess, or like, I need a
I
hand
would have
here.
at the time. I would have been calming Thomas down as he's having this
Yeah.
complete breakdown and just kind of looking over Terry to see what's up with him. Is
He is completely slashed to bits.
dead.
With
Just
that,
dead. Okay.
It looks like at the current moment,
Are you calling for anyone, or-
Thomas
Yeah, I'm
looks
calling for
beat
a hand.
up,
You hand here.
but alive. We can safely say bloodied for
okay.
sure. And Dima,
I'm having Oria also go and check the dwarf. Is he dead as well?
he's completely dead. It looks like he took down two of the scarecrows, but
He died
Alright, I'm
fighting.
just.
yeah, he has a mace on his hand.
All right.
Sad.
Just. You know,
Can I
you
go
see,
ahead and-
You see Oria, you see Ariel. Like, stay near them in case there's trouble. I'm gonna go check on my friend. All right. And then I'm gonna go
And then he just
I hear
starts
Cal.
sobbing over his friend.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go to Cal and see what's up.
And as this is happening, the second the fire's put out enough on Terry's old house, I'm gonna run to the inn and start working on that.
As you guys start doing that, I'm gonna just mark it as it's put out. Wait. Fire. And these are put out. They will be put out by the time this is this interaction.
I know so.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Are you helping him or are you using
Well,
it?
just at this point, I'm just kind of halfway, just with thinking back with fighting with that scarecrow, and then the vision I had over here. Does it at all, like with I guess the smell, the taste, everything, does it tie together?
I'm gonna look
like, okay,
Yeah.
cow. Yeah, what's up? Holy, what the? Okay.
It's not mine. And then I
Okay.
ask her what happened.
Yeah, what happened?
I just woke up and my stomach hurts. And everything's on fire.
Can you really tell me exactly what that dream that they were telling me that you were having nightmares? What exactly is it, that nightmare that's going on?
I saw a dog, a skinny dog, hairless and three-eyed, and it just jumped over me. And I saw myself giving birth to more of them. And that was my dream, but it means nothing, right? And she looks at you, it means nothing, right?
We're gonna get you some help. Any way we can.
Roll me perception, both of you.
14.
10.
10 enough for the distance for you actually see that through her stomach it's like doing that. And tiny hands start
Oh, no.
Start
moving,
to
like pushing
Oh, no.
her stomach.
Dagger out.
So
On already.
you don't know how
We need somebody
This is
magical
personal.
here.
this is whatever
Like it, Oria.
nightmare this is attacked here personally. People are going to die. This was planned. And you feel as though joy is leaving and happiness is leaving this area. And that was an intentional thing. This town was meant to lose its hope and happiness. And whatever this nightmare thing keeps popping up is a cause of it.
Alright,
Can I go ahead and... Oh,
What do you do?
I'm still putting fire out at the tavern.
because I was gonna
I don't know
go...
what's going
I was
What
gonna
am I
go
he-
talk to Wes. You
Yeah,
got
what am I
this?
hearing from
I'll go
this
call Ariel.
area over here?
Okay, yeah.
Also that
go.
you hear
You're faster.
the gist enough that you understand what?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
for Ariel.
I'm gonna join up over here.
Yeah, because... Oh, okay. Well, we have a magical person now.
So
But-
get him over here. He knows more about.
Yeah, and
But-
seeing
guys and
her.
So these are collapsed and destroyed.
Oh,
By the time you get over here, this is also doing that, and you see Gabe is desperately calming down the herd, and you see that he's quickly trying to mend as much as he can, and you see that his rabbit's doing everything it can to just keep the cows safe, and then he's just running over here doing whatever he can. But everything here is destroyed now.
Well, I'm gonna go get Ariel and then I guess is this two houses out already?
They're destroyed.
Yeah, all the houses
But it's still
except for
on
hers.
fire?
The fire will dissipate enough,
Okay.
but only one that's tearing on fire is that one.
Yeah, I'll ask you two to go and see if you can help Gabe with.
Yeah, I was gonna do that
Okay, so you're gonna go help Gabe?
since we
Okay.
need
Yeah, me too.
magical
I'm gonna try
people
calming her.
over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So Wes and
Yeah, I'm
Cal
just
are gonna
before
go
I
over
leave,
here.
I'm just telling her it's going to be okay.
Who was the closest person physically to her?
Me.
Okay, then she's grabbing onto you, not wanting you to let go. Until
I guess I'm not.
when you guys
I
come
got
in,
it, man. I got it.
do you go over there or no?
Yeah, I'm going over there.
Okay.
If you need to stay
Well,
with her.
if she's holding onto me,
Yeah.
then I'm
Whoever,
not gonna
she's
leave.
just grasping onto anything right now.
okay, I'm looking at seeing what's basically going on with her stomach, and what we've already seen. You know what's about to happen. You know what's going to
All
happen.
this
I'm
information
not really that
easily sinks in.
entirely 100%
Roll
sure, but
me
I'm a little bit scared, yeah.
Ariell.
I still have the dagger at the ready. Hiding anyway from her, so she doesn't get any more scared.
18.
That same sensation of joy being intentionally taken away is very imminent. This is very close to the first fall.
That's what I'm saying, because I do need.
This feels intentional, and you know that this was planned.
That's why I wanted, I guess, more magic people come in here, because I need advice what to do. Like I said, I have a dagger ready just in case. I don't want to do it, but if I have to, I'll do it.
Okay.
But I am hiding my dagger from her so that she doesn't see it.
She's honestly, she just keeps looking at the door. And whatever is inside her looks extremely painful, but she's not budging.
Feeling it.
Yeah, she's not feeling it at all.
That's why I was kind of
I-
looking
I
at
was-
them. I was like,
Wes,
what do I do?
what do you do? As
I'm
Gabe is
trying to
just
help Gabe as much as I can to get the
trying his
fire
best
out.
out. Roll me perception.
Well, the first thing I'm gonna ask him is like, do you need help with this, or do you need help with the cows?
It's 9.
9. Okay.
I have
There
three-
being,
I have-
yeah,
I
it's
have-
right. No, Snow's got it. Let's keep this contained. I don't want the wood catching on fire.
Whoa.
Unfortunately, he has no
I'll get it
water
later.
spells or anything like that. He's just trying to pat out the fire with anything
I'll
he
get it
can.
later.
Get some dirt on. We gotta get some dirt on it.
And he starts doing that. Good idea. And then he starts
Yeah.
putting dirt on. What you notice for sure is that when you go in, the house is on fire.
Yeah.
But there seems to be a huge, like, just black singe on. When you go into the house,
Yeah.
there is stairs going up.
Yeah.
And on where the stairs would be, there is all that part is like leading up to stairs. This is what caught on fire first. And on the ground, there is a wooden carving sphere, chip, something.
Glyph?
And it's broken in half, and there's that emblem of that bird. It's very colorful. You can see the color still through it, through the singe marks. The house is normally on fire. It's just that's the starting point of it. As you continue to put out the fire.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Again, still trying to calm her down.
I'm looking at them.
Yeah. I guess looking at
What
the
do I do?
ceiling, there isn't any like point of entry or anything. It's just all on fire. It was just singed. Okay.
Right.
We're gonna go through with that.
I'm probably will take the.
Again, I have.
If I can carry
I
it,
have
I'll
an
take the
herbalism
symbol
kit
out to.
and
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
For
don't
sure.
know. I mean, if it does it move the way it did the other
Is
women,
anybody watching the children?
it could
Again, I
potentially-
also have
They're just in the cart.
this. I also have my healing spell, too. It's worth a shot.
It's okay. Trixie's got it.
I just kind of step back, like it's up to you, kind of.
Okay. With my herbalism kit, I'm going to do something akin to, not chloroform, but something to calm her and get her to at least.
Okay. Roll me.
Some what's
Wisdom
it?
plus
Aromatherapy.
Wisdom plus your proficiency.
21.
There is definitely a mixture that when sniffed and inhaled deeply, it calms a lot of. Too much might even actually like make you numb. She's hyperventilating, inhaling all of it and not stopping. This whole interaction, probably 20 minutes or so, taking place. Even as you have that and you're wondering why this isn't taking effect, Eventually she does calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Then her eyes go blank.
Oh.
And you know she's looking at you, but not necessarily at you, through you. In the same position, even though Oria is in front of you, you feel that she's looking at you.
I'm looking to Cal. You have a dagger?
Yeah, I'm hiding it right here on my side.
Hand it to me.
Okay, I'll give her one dagger. The dagger I'm holding. Okay.
When you grab onto the dagger, there is a crooked smile that appears. The nightmare god is saying hello. And then you hear the neck snaps. And out comes out a goblin. Infant, crying. But its bulbous head and its boils all over. It looks like it's had like 3-degree burns. And it's crying and crying and crying.
That's what the half elf did. And then that freaking goblin popped out. Sword drawn. I'm scared.
It's just it's a goblin.
As I like hear that sound, because I can't immediately see her, I just kind of like just close my eyes, and then I just start quietly, almost like a whisper, but little not audible. I'm like praying to Paylor for her soul and stuff.
Roll your religion check.
You want to double tap this? This girl over here.
That's a 13.
There is a very strong block. You also feel disconnected from nature around. The goblin gets up and then falls, and it's like face first on the ground. He said, and cold. Stops breathing.
Then double tap.
Wes, by this time, Gabe is taking control of the cattle. What do you wish to do?
I mean, now that that's taken care of, I guess I'm gonna go and I'm gonna check back on Thomas.
Okay, he's sobbing.
I know.
His friend.
I know. I'm gonna be there for him. Just arm over shoulder, just trying to keep him steady.
You know that he knows you're there, but he's something was wrong.
Just figure he needs some.
So, can I ask both of them? Because since they kind of know what's going on, so what is going on here? And I'm actually kind of being serious a little bit. Do you want to double tap these two?
Oria, even though she knows it's pretty much useless, is going to attempt to cast Cure Wounds at level 2 on her.
You cast your spell and the glow emanates from your hands, seeping through her body, and it reaches to try to grab life, and then it rebounds back on you.
As this happens, I turn away and I walk out of the door, and I'm just at this point I'm whispering to myself. I believe it's the Light of Paylor, the book, the holy book. Yeah. And as I go out there, I'm just going to start digging graves for those who have died, like just like right in the middle of town.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the carriage and check on the babies.
They're asleep.
Okay.
They're fine.
I think it's sleep or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oria.
Well, they're asleep, so I'm gonna go help.
Realizing that's useless, she's gonna walk back out. She's heading over to the
I'm gonna go help Ariell with
The cat. Okay.
and she's gonna
Yes, all 7, 8 cows are fine now.
I'm gonna go help
she's
Ariell with the
she's-
graves. Since I saw him doing that. Babies are asleep anyway, so.
Yeah, me seeing them out there and about.
Oria's
you
going
know.
to Stoneworm, and she's going to I'm assuming she still has the necklace. And she's
You see there is a crack through the necklace.
What does that mean? I guess a spell came out of that or something?
It's not a good sign.
I'm gonna need you guys to roll me one perception check. It's the last roll of the night.
22.
Okay.
8.
10.
10. Okay. Starting with West. As you're consulting and just not necessarily sure what to do for Thomas, from your chest there is a slight glow, the dead center. You see that there's a string, and it goes towards Ariell.
A string?
Yeah, a gold string, directly from your chest to his chest. Cow. You got what? So what was your number?
10.
10? Okay. So you see the same thing, but from your chest all the way through, and you just know it's hidden Oria. And then there's, from Ariell, there's a string going towards you. And you, what did you get?
22.
21.
Okay. And you see these 8 strings intertwining all of you guys, and then they bundle up and go towards a book that's in Ariell's pocket underneath his cloak. And the book glows. And with that, West, you no longer are here. You feel weak, bruised. You feel hungry and exhausted. You know this is not your body. And you look up and there's an infinite void. You look downward, there's another infinite void. You're climbing. It's a stone tower. You just keep climbing it. Your fingers are bruised. They're bleeding even. You can't hear, sense, or feel anything coming from those voids. But you have to climb. You have to go up. You grab a stone that isn't well connected, and it puts you off balance, and you fall very far down, hitting multiple pillars, multiple stones, multiple pain, a lot of broken bones from this fall, but you manage to barely catch on to them before you hit the void. And when you get closer, the void moves down, and the void that was on top moves down to match your distance. You don't want to, but you have to keep climbing up. And you keep climbing, and you keep climbing. And you have this feeling that you're just lost. And you see that string going straight to Ariell. Right. Definitely not your body. You see dozens of faceless people running past you. Flames start erupting all around. The people are generalists, they're faceless, they have no features. You're not even sure if they're wearing clothing. Just masses just running chaotic completely. Blackness erupts. You turn around, his body on the floor. Blackness erupts, you turn around, his body on the floor again. You feel a lot smaller, scrawnier. 5 fingers. Your flesh is pinkish tone. And you run, you see another flash, and you're like, I have to help these people. You run towards whatever this thing is, and by the time you get there's another body, and by the time you realize that you're trying to help one person, another body falls, and you're trying to help another person, and another body falls, countless, over and over and over again. Each person keeps on falling, and as the person falls, you get smaller, they get bigger, the source of energy keeps getting massiver, darker. Physically start getting smaller and smaller and smaller until you're just too weak to move. You just feel useless. You can't help anybody. And you feel that there's that string that was definitely attached to you beads straight to west. Yeah. You are taking a large amount of volume. Your body's not your own. It's weird. You feel the just teeth just weighing your jaw down. You can't even keep it up. And you look down and you have 7 legs and you're moving and it's just awkward to just keep that motion. You don't have arms, you have tentacles. Your skin is boils and flesh and skin falling. And you see people around you just afraid, pointing, some laughing. Eventually, you're surrounded and start throwing stones at you. You try to run away, but they're always there. There's a yell, there's roars, there's more stones being thrown at you. People now are approaching with spikes and pikes. You're being surrounded and they're yelling. A lot of them are afraid, but they're yelling in anger at you. It gets more and more violent as there's a cliffside that you're just pushing you through. You just feel ashamed of what you are, who you are. And there's a string that's reaching you towards Oria. Ariell. Cold. You're walking in a graveyard. From one second to the other, the tombstones disappear and the graves are open. The earth's dug up. Stench, filth, blood, and decay is everywhere. It's infiltrating your nostrils. It's sickening. The bodies are no longer there, then they're around you. Just, now there's no longer dirt, there's no stone, there's no body, it's just flesh, bone, and teeth. That's all you see in every direction. Your sphere of flesh. As the skin just wraps around your leg and makes you immobile. And then you see this colossal skeleton. As it's walking towards you, it gets smaller, almost to reach your exact height. You see this very thin veil go over its head, and all this is blackened. It's just a skeletal figure, and you see the beating red eye emanate through it. It extends its hand as you were unwanting but welcoming it. The last thing you see, it's just a skeletal grin before you feel nothing. And when I mean nothing, I mean a depression so deep down that you are nothing. You don't care, you don't want, you might as well not even exist. You are nothing. And that string is reaching all the way to your elven friend. With that, your book closes, Ariell. And everyone sees that as though nothing had passed. No light, no feeling. You feel back to normal. You don't even know what you saw was real. The embers are still there. Thomas is still crying.
It's like nothing.
Nothing
No,
happened.
nothing ever happened.
Mm-hmm. Your book feels heavier.
I know Oria's like for sure looking and making
Gabe is
Making
just
sure to make
attending to the cattle right now.
contact with you.
I stop digging and pause. Like my recital of the holy book stops for just a split second, and then I just continue.
Okay.
Before I put the shovel down, turn around, and just walk towards the river.
To clarify, the glowing book was not what he was holding. You walk towards the river.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just watching them.
Make your way to the river.
I'm gonna keep doing the, I guess, the graves until we have enough holes. Just kind of looking at him.
For the sake of it. There's eventually enough graves for everyone. Deep enough. You see Gabe is
Just gonna go to his carriage and just sit down.
Okay.
I don't know what else to do.
Gabe has his back like, leaning against the fence, just petting his rabbit. Ariell, what do you do?
The trees that were here, were they also put
They
on
were
fire?
singed.
Or I'm not sure even what to do.
West.
I'm watching Ariell go to the river.
What do you do?
I'm just reciting, still just staring at the water, just standing there.
I mean, Oria's still holding the pendant, just holding it to her chest, and just, what the hell does all this mean? Even possibly asking Tabatha, what does all this mean?
Roll me a religion check.
15.
Okay, 100% tops. 20. Yeah. As the wind blows, you hear almost a faint whisper, as if it's carrying through the breeze, and disappears. A hollow, ghostly whisper. Her name was Avicenna. That's all you hear. Anything anyone wants to do in particular?
I guess I'll reach, like, as I'm reciting, I'll end one of the pages I've memorized, and then I'll just stare out in quiet, and then I'll pray to Paylor, asking, what does this mean? What is this in relation to the book, too?
Only a religion check.
While he's doing that, I'll probably help Cal move the bodies into the graves.
Okay.
That's an 8.
Or are you moving people, or are you just chilling?
Well, I kind of tend to do the babies,
Okay.
what they are, and then I'll help.
You're almost like pulled to the side where her book is, and you feel that he's not answering. We felt this before.
I want to open the book and see if anything's changed. Oh, is this new? That's cool.
Same part that you originally opened, but more undecipherable script is same. Want to show the glass? You can.
Nice.
You feel that it's connected this way.
Yeah, I can't beat that.
As again, a Nokian emblem is the middle part. And now you can see the lettering, but you still can't read it. Even though you know Celestial. This is older. And you all see that he pulls out a book.
And then I will.
And that's where we're going to end today's game.
Wow.
That was dark.
Yeah.
So sad.
It's dark.
Thank you guys for watching. All those that stay tuned. This episode will be edited and put at ADreamProductionFilm's YouTube page. Remember, we are affiliated now, so subscribe to us.
Suscribe.
Subscribe, bitches.
Suscribe, por favor.
Yeah. If you guys want to find out what happened, watch next Friday. All you can do. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.